tell you, what is going on, y'all? Have y'all been hearing what's going on? Oh my God. Y'all, let it sink in, y'all. Hold on. Wait, what? Before we start, can we please get some likes? We are begging for the likes. We are begging for some likes. I can't believe what is going on. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Y'all woke me up. Y'all woke me up out my sleep. Okay? I was sleeping good. I was just in my zone. I woke up. You smell that? Do y'all smell that shit right there? That's that zest. They said it's some zesty. It's some zesty shit going on with that damn Jeremy Brown. I said, what? They say, yeah. And they say it's more stuff that's to follow. I said, what is going on with Jeremy Brown? Even though he dead, they are saying that he was burning up his girlfriend's house down. Yeah. And they said the girlfriend was the one that was pushing him to do it, to knock Miss Hood out. Yeah. They said that he did it for her. Yeah, that's what they said. So there's a lot of shit that's going on around. It was a zesty man. He done came out and told all the business, talking about how he was with that man and how they was having all these type of relationships and how he got to, I'm assuming he getting pounded. You know what I'm saying? Having all that emotion and all that rage. He needs some dick in his life. He needed some dick that day, okay? I don't know. To lay his ass down. Because ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no motherfucking way. And I said, Mr. Zesty, why you ain't out his ass a long time ago? Why you wait now? Like, I don't know. I don't know the motives of that man that's outing him now. It's like if you felt horrible about DL men, why would you engage with a DL nigga in the first place? It make me say, So we can talk about that, and we should also talk about my girl Lizzo. I don't know if you guys know Miss Lizzo, but they have her crying out here in these streets, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And they're talking about her because of her size. So I went down here on Facebook, and I want to know, who should we talk about first? Hey, let me look in the comment section. Okay. Stevie say zesty. Oh, Stevie, you ain't believe it? Stevie looking. I don't know if the nigga zesty or not. Shit. Another zesty man, then out another zesty man, you know. They better leave Lizzo alone. So which one should we do first? Who should we talk about first, y'all? Press 1 if we should talk about Lizzo first. Let's get her out the way. Let's talk about Lizzo. Press 2 if you want to drag Jeremy Brown. Okay, where we at? How do y'all feel about it? Please, let's get these likes up. And, everybody in around town dragging Jeremy Brown. So I say, hell, let's get our drag in it too. Hey, full of life. I wish Lizzo would stop reading articles about her weight. It's so sad. Okay, so we got a lot of Lizzos. Okay, Lizzo. All right, so let's go to Lizzos because I'm seeing more Lizzos than Jeremy. Okay, they don't give a damn about you, Jeremy. They don't care about you, man. Even in death, they don't give a care. They don't care about you. Okay, so I went over here on Facebook, and this guy, I believe his name is Antoine or whatever.
The Detroit superstar says it's time.
Yeah, I think his name Twine. Hey, Twine. Hey, Twine. Okay, let's see.
Why isn't Lizzo at the BET Awards? Were the doors too small? She couldn't fit through the door. Doors not big enough for her? I was like, that's your doors not big enough for you? It was so like childish to me that I was like, yo, why am I getting like this from like verified Twitter? It was weird. So lately I've been getting a lot of like stuff like that, right? From like these pages who are mad at me. But then on the other end, I've been getting a lot of like, where it's like, I get a lot of like black dudes who have meme pages talking because I'm big. It's like y'all don't mention me at all until it's time to use me as a line or a joke, and I'm like, leave me out of it. So I've been feeling like real bad and about it, not because they're saying what they're saying, but it's just been like I'm too talented to be receiving the stuff I get. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I'm fat. Oh my God, I'm fat. It's like, okay, I've been saying I'm fat. I say it in my music. I got a show called Watch Out for the Big Girls, an Emmy award-winning show called Watch Out for the Big Girls. Like, I call myself a big girl. Like, I know I'm big. I say fat. I embrace it. Like, I don't really have no issue with being called fat or knowing I'm fat. I just sometimes get annoyed because I'll be like, are y'all really that stupid and childish and ignorant and lame and bored? Like, find a new, that me off because I got a mouth on me and I can really clap back. But it's too expensive to clap back these days. I'm too rich, so I don't do it.
I know that's right, Melissa. Don't let them trick you out
Okay,
your
Twine,
spot.
I ain't
A
trying to hear
tearful
your
Lizzo
damn
says she
mouth, Twine. I ain't trying to hear Twine. So let's fast forward.
Really be present with yourself and just realize that you are who you said you would be. All right, I'm getting out of here. I can't do it. And like, I've had just the most wild 48 hours.
fix it, Jesus. And this is why I always
Uh-huh. So, let's talk about it. Ring the alarm. I want you guys to call in. Let us know what you guys think about it. I do see some people in the comments and I will read them. But I guess my first think when I'm thinking about Lizzo, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry that the world is so cruel and it's such a hateful place. And you care so much, and I can tell that you care. And the only advice I can give, and it sound evil, is just that F everybody. But if that's not who you are, you can have the F everybody mentality for quite some time, but eventually it's going to wear off. If you are a very loving, soft person, you love to give love and you love to receive love. So I don't know what to tell her. I need y'all to call in. People are pushing this fat agenda. People are pushing a fat phobia agenda. I don't know if you guys know, but fat phobia is very political right now, and we are in a political climax. So they are putting Lizzo and saying, oh my God, she's big. And we don't want to see a big girl with confidence being sexy on the stage, on the Grammys. Stop supporting big girls that are sexy and confident. They don't like that. They want Lizzo to conform into being skinny. And Lizzo is not conform. She is a product that's different. And people have an issue if your ass do not conform to the traditional old American standards. And I just give my hat off to you, Lizzo, for not conforming and loving your fatness all the way around. It's a challenge to do. And I know you've never been here before. Shit, I've never seen this shit before. I seen it, but not on a social media. I seen it like around the neighborhood and seeing how people handle fat phobia in the neighborhood. But to see it to come back 10 times fold, it's just horrible. And I feel for you, girl. I do, So I'm going to look in the comments section. I want you guys to call in. Let us know how you guys feel about it. Okay. The phone numbers is at the top. I want you guys to feel free to call in. So I'm going to read the comments here. And it says, I wouldn't let them see me cry for what? Well, passionate, I think that, seeing people, Lizzo allowing people to see her cry, it is great because somebody out there that identify as Lizzo would know I'm not alone. Lizzo is a tough person, and to see her cry, I know I can sit here, my fat ass. I'm not alone. I'm not the only person that's going through this. And by Lizzo doing that, it just makes her more relatable, and it helps those people that need to connect to Lizzo. A Lizzo message is not for everybody. I can't stand when people, well, I don't know why she doing that for. I don't care. Bitch, it's not for you. It's not for you. If you didn't get nothing from it, it's not for you. Keep moving on. But people are so hateful. They just want to make everything about them. And I didn't want this. Well, bitch, you know how many TikTokers are. You know how many channels they are. You know how many. Go find something else to talk about. Go lay down somewhere. But they won't. They just want to pick. And right now, I feel like we are in the season of bullies. Everybody want to bully other people. And it's sad and it's horrible. So I'm going to continue to read. They said that don't make her weak. We seen her cry a million times about being a fat dog. Yeah, you seen her cry a million times about being fat and getting criticized by fat. But guess what? You seen her cry. But guess it's a billion times people constantly insulting her. It's a billion times people are trying to kill her with their tongue, okay? Every day they are trying to tear her down with their tongue and their trigger fingers on the keyboard. Every day, every day. So she needs to cry once a damn week to put up with the world pressure of dogging her out. Then Lizzo, you have to do what makes you healthy. Let that shit out, cry. There's so many people that hold it in and they go through so much more depression. And they get angry and they lash out on other people because they never let it out. And I think it's really great that Lizzo, she lets it out. Cry, let it out, relieve, feel that, feel it. Go ahead of you, girl. They said she has been crying for years. Passionate. We all have been crying for years. Shit like that just don't go over overnight because fat phobias a lot of times start in your childhood. And I'm sure when she was a child, she cried when she was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And continue to cry until you cannot cry anymore. This is her journey. This is her process. Everybody's journey and process do not look the same. And I don't even know if you even fat or if you deal with the same shit. And some fat girls and fat boys, they don't deal with it. Everybody is different. Every fat person don't think the same, ain't the same, don't have the same mentality. It may affect a fat person different than the next fat person. So this is her truth as an individual alone. Other people can relate, and you don't got to be fat to relate to her story. Her story hit many people that's not even fat, that can just go where, what I'm saying, getting bullied and dogged out for being different, for not conforming into tradition norms, So go ahead, Lizzo. This world is hard. Fat phobia, what is it? Lovey Kissy, go look it up, okay? I'm not the best person to explain shit, but I try to explain to my best ability. Fat phobia is when I have a problem with you for you being fat. Like you come in a room, I'm like, ugh. In my mind, ooh, she's so fucking big. I hope she don't break that chair with her big ass. Oh my God. I don't want to leave her at my house because I'm afraid she's going to eat up everything in my refrigerator. Oh my God, I don't want to go with her because, I can't stand her ass eat. She just eat like a motherfucking pig. Those are all signs of fat phobia. People have an issue with the size that you are because you're not conforming and to American beauty standards. You don't look skinny. You ain't trying to be skinny. You're happy with being fat. People have an issue with that because you don't conform. Okay. But the hate outweighs the love. So they would see the hate. That's why they cannot. I think that also have an issue too, Stevie. I think when people support Lizzo, the fat phobia people, they get more upset and they feel like they got to continue to push more of their agenda because the fat people got support. I think in the past, fat people didn't have support. And it was like, if you get picked on for being fat, that's just what it is. Lose some damn weight and you won't get picked on. If you get picked on for being fat, that's your problem. You don't want to cause it because you want to eat everything up. So how about you stop eating and you won't get picked on? Okay? Because, back in the day, I feel like people were more harsh and they blame you for getting picked on. Did I do Lizzo? What you mean? I think it's Hollywood that makes her feel like that. She only marketable to a degree. No, it's just not Hollywood. I look at politics. In the Republican Party, a lot of the right, they definitely are attacking Lizzo for her size and they push an extra agenda. Also, you have people like Russia. They have a lot of bots and they use people in Africa to troll a lot of people in America because they want a whole bunch of drama within the in America dealing with society and social norms and stuff. So you have to deal with that. I mean, you're getting attacked from all angles. So it says when we truly learn how to love ourselves, who we are, it won't matter how anyone feels about me. Just know you are you. Believe in yourself. Well, BT, can you call in and help me believe in myself? You got all the answers. You make it sound so easy. I want you to give me a demonstration, boo-boo. Okay, call in and let me know. Can you fix my past trauma, okay, in a blink of an eye? Can you fix all the people that have dogged her out, told her she ain't shit for being fat? She would never find a love for being fat. Nobody would love you. Nobody would care about you because you're a fat ass. And who wants that around? Okay, that's a lot of mental beatdown from a person when they were a kid. And they had to live with that and try to accept that and move on and navigate in this life on top of other things that goes on. And trying to unpack that as an adult is a fucking challenge too. And just because you progress, you can also move steps back. So it sounds great to love yourself. What the hell is that? How the fuck do you love yourself? Everybody have a different perspective on how they love themselves. It's not just all universal. This is how you love yourself. Okay. Let's continue on. It says later for those damn people, girl, keep on doing what you're doing. You are so talented and beautiful. I wasn't trying to be funny, but hey, I didn't even catch what you said. I don't think everybody get picked on. And if they do, we have certain groups that get picked on way more than others. We definitely have a lot of groups that get picked on way more than others. It is definitely not equal out here in these streets. It says Lizzo got thin skin is all. I disagree. Just for the simple fact that she gets up every morning and she works and she constantly get out here to perform and she constantly keep on pushing on and she hasn't resort to drugs or being a crackhead or drinking horrible. I think that is strong will. I don't think she has thin skin. A person to me that have thin skin would never in their million years think about being a fucking celebrity because I got thin skin. They already know what is to come. You know, a lot of people can't go through what Lizzo do. She would have threw in the towel. The fact that she gets up here and be vulnerable to her fans and keep to pushing, I think that is strength out of this mind. Most people cannot be vulnerable into the world. They just can't. Most people can't be vulnerable and truthful to themselves, let alone being vulnerable and truthful to a close friends. They just don't have that courage to let it all out. They don't have the courage to show the world or the people that's close to them their weak spot or their vulnerability. So for her to do that, I think it shows thick skin, and she is very determined and very strong in my eyes. So let's continue on. Please like this video. We're begging for likes. Okay, we do have some phone calls about Lizzo. So I'm going to answer some phone calls calling from 938. You're live on the air. 938. 938. Hello, 938. 93. Hello, 938.
Hi.
Hey, baby, you gonna have me yelling?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't think that would be.
Your phone is not the best. It's like the signal going in and out.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, but it's not the best. But I'm gonna try to make it work. Keep talking to me.
Oh, hey. I just wanted to let you know I really doing so for.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you. It's can you call back? Because you want to talk and you want to be heard. And I don't want to continue to have you talking and I can't understand. Okay, so we're going to let her go. And we're going to answer some more phone calls. People in the comments says, I would never understand why people care about the random people on social media says about them. Just like Cardi, you have to train yourself to ignore. Well, Jenny, it is hard as hell. You know, when you love so strong and you give so much. And I think also how these people were raised. A lot of us were raised to care what people think. A lot of us was raised to know that people are going to judge, you know, each other. Say, for instance, if I'm coming from a household and it's like, okay, I got to wear a uniform. It needs to be creased. What are you doing going outside with wrinkles? Well, why do I care about wrinkles? No, presentation is everything. We do care about what people think about us. When you go outside, you represent your parents, okay? I can't have you going out here looking wrinkled. I can't have you go out here just talking any type of way. Have some etiquette. Know the difference. I mean, our society, we care about what other people thinks about us. We judge each other. We judge ourselves. So I think it's kind of, I don't know, disingenuous to say that, you know, just don't care about other people. I think people that put on a front like they don't care about other people, they care about something. I have yet to find a person that did not care, and maybe it's a small few percentage, but most people in the world that I see, they care about something. Just like if you put a rumor out on them, hell no, hell no. You know, maybe you may not care to a certain degree, and everybody is different. Some people are more sensitive than others, and that's okay too. Okay. So let's continue on with the phone call, shall we? How you guys doing? Are you guys enjoying this live so far? I really was trying to find a good topic. It was a challenge. You know, I was like, maybe I should do an Ask Gigi. Then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to open up Pandora's box. You know, I said, maybe not. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready for the jelly. Okay. So I'll look in the comment section. I got a feeling I want to look. It says she is big for a reason. She needs counseling to help whatever she has going on inside of her. I agree, and that goes for all races. Still, the ugly list of others is just awful. There has always been a war with black on black humiliation. It was the cutout shirt at the basketball game that rub people the wrong way. Lizzo takes 6 months off and put the self will and determination into your self care health. Why make all the money if you're not going to actually get what you really want? I don't think so. I think she should get up tomorrow and she should press on. You know, I mean, I don't know. You guys are so strong out here in these comments. You guys are the bomb. You guys are perfect, you know? I know other people that may not be strong as you guys, and they cry sometimes. They do. They may cry before they head off to work. But they're going to go to work, okay? They're going to go to work and they're going to cry before they go to work. Some people cry on their lunch break, you know, because they may be feeling some type of way. Some people cry afterwards and then get up tomorrow to continue to go to work. I feel like if you need to take that month off, go ahead. But if you don't and you just need to let it out at that moment, it's okay. And it's normal too. I think it's not normal to hold it in. I think people have been trained to hold it in. Don't let nobody see you cry. You come off as weak. Nobody want to see that. Fuck what. Didn't y'all say don't care? Fuck what nobody care. You know? Cry anyway. Who cares about what they think about you when you cry? But most people do care about what people think about them if they saw them crying. Okay? And a lot of people have been conditioned, do not cry. And in public, especially men, don't cry because people going to think X, Y, and Z. Did you hear what I said? Going to think this way about you. A lot of people have been trained and conditioned to do and don't do things based on other people's thoughts about them. So when you say, oh, you shouldn't care about what other people think, well, goddamn, all my life I've been raised to feel and do the opposite. So, you know, it's a balance. It's finding out when do I care, when I don't care, you know, what's going to work for me. And you have to do that homework. And if you don't know how to do that homework, it's just going to take time. You may not get it overnight. Okay. So let's continue on. And get another phone call. Calling from 575. You're live from the air. 757. 757.
Hi, Gigi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I decided to call tonight because I'm just wondering about the people in Lizzo's life. You know, for her to get online and, you know, cry and be extremely upset about what the world has to say, you would think that the people in her life would be there to say, don't listen to that. We have your back. The same thing that you're saying, and that the people in the comments say that, you know, we got your back. We love you. Everybody gets picked on. I think that the ones who love her should be there for her. She has this man that's always in her photos, following her at red carpets. Where is he in these moments when she's breaking down about what they said on the internet? And not, let alone, Lizzo has fans. I watched her HBO special, and the girls were screaming, the guys were screaming. She is loved. And I think she really needs to redirect and focus her energy on those who love her and support her, and tell the haters to just go on wherever they're going to go and ignore them. Because when I look at Beyonce's concerts, I mean, you know, the clips online, everybody's screaming and hollering her name, but they can say anything they want about her. She refuses to come online and address it. So I think that Lizzo really needs to take note and realize that she has fans. There are people who love her. When I watched her HBO special, I didn't know how special she was. I knew she was very talented, could play the flute, but when I watched her show, I immediately became a fan because I said, wow, this girl is talented and has a wonderful life. She has a stylist and a makeup artist who seemed to be very close to her. She had a moment on the show. She broke down about whatever the situation was, and they were very comforting to her. And I think she needs to look into that. I can't remember how old Lizzo is either, because we're not talking about someone that's like 45.
Well, can I say something before I forget? because you know you on a roll, and I love your
Go
energy.
ahead.
Now I know you said that she came off extremely upset. I didn't read that in the live that I just showed. It just seems like
Oh, I'm
she
sorry.
was hurt. She was like, she have feelings, and her feelings are real. And I know you're comparing her to Beyonce, but even though Beyonce never clapped back, she still get dragged the most. They said she's a devil worshiper. She's a part of Illuminati. They spread so many horrible rumors about Beyonce, and we don't know what that does to Beyonce mental because she never shows it. People criticize Beyonce because they say you're not real. We don't ever see you in real life. You don't do interviews. All we see are performances. So people criticize her about that. People going to criticize you about any and everything. And I think sometimes people get a wrong message when she cries. I think she cries because it's healthy for her to get it out. And I also think by her crying and showing her fans she is vulnerable. And no matter how far she gets to the top, I'm still sensitive. I still hurt, just like you. And I'm sure normal people go through shit every day. You can be having a great month, but guess what? Tuesday, I was over my brother's house, and his girlfriend was dogging out this fat girl on television, and it just made me feel some type of way, and it tore me the fuck up. People have different moments. So that's my thoughts on that, but go ahead.
Yes, and I do want to address the part about, her being extremely like that. I was given a culmination because this is not her first time being online, very upset. And I sympathize for Lizzo. I'm definitely on her side. And I use Beyonce as an example because that's who she needs to take notes from and say to herself, there are other people who get attacked all the time. And I can't let the haters know their hate works, and the people around her need to be there to say, Lizzo, get off IG or Twitter or whatever you're on. Don't even post that because you know you are loved. We care about you exactly the way you are. And that's the point that I'm getting at, is that where are those people? Not calling them out, but I'm just saying, where are those people? Because she has fans and she needs to focus on that. And I don't, it doesn't even have to be Beyonce. It could be Fantasia, whomever it is. Sherry Shepherd got on her show a couple of weeks ago, if not a month ago, and defended Lizzo to the T. I mean, she really held her down. And I don't know if it needs to take other celebrities to come out and say, back off. Because I don't know, she needs somebody else to clap back for her and, really get these haters off of her because it bothers her. And I don't want to see something happen to Lizzo, because years ago when she wore that T-shirt, and I know you read a comment about the T-shirt, I think that's where people's mind go right to when they think about Lizzo sometimes, and maybe some other times they weren't in favor of the way she carried herself or the way she dressed. But what I'm saying, I know you think,
I
but
don't
what
think
I'm
so.
saying
I
is
think they
that,
hated her before. Sorry.
well, they probably did. Well, I'm a new fan, so I really didn't know. But at the same time, I think that there she needs a beehive. Just like Beyonce has a beehive that claps back for her, but she really, I was saying, I hope nothing happens to her. That's what I was. Because it was the time before when they attacked her about that T-shirt so bad, and she was upset about it. And then it's, she's not even at the BET, and they have her name coming up, just really trying to find an opportunity to drag her. I don't know if it was 2 or 3 comments, 59 comments, 50,000 comments that she got. I don't know what caused this. However, when someone is hurting and they continue to come online, they're saying, leave me alone. But the bullies are not going to do that. And someone really needs to tell Lizzo that I know people have said it, but I'm just saying, she's beautiful. That's a beautiful young lady. And she's very talented. And people might hate this, but when I was a size 2, a size 4, a size 6, and an 8, They told me I was skinny, need to gain some weight, flat butt, big breasts. I mean, just crazy stuff. And then as I got older, I started to fill out, excuse me, and it looks more womanly. However, everybody gets teased, but the people who love her, they need to step in. They need to step in and tell her this is not the place because you know you are loved. And in her video footage of that show, the fans were screaming. And she needs to focus on that, on how much she is loved, and let these haters sit to the side because we all know, excuse me, it's so late. I need to be asleep.
I hear what
You
you're
know, we
saying,
know
but
that haters love
yeah, that's true. But
to see someone upset.
I also think it's so much powerful to let it out, especially in a public space amongst your fans and people that care about you,
But
even
the
though
media is
you
not
may
working.
see other haters see it, but it's a certain power that you get
It
because
is, but it's
growing
not
up.
working though.
But the thing is, whether she did that or not, she would still feel the same way because they were going to say stuff and they're going to say stuff regardless, right? So it's either she express it on camera and let her fans know, this is how I'm feeling right now, y'all. Of course, you know I'm going to get through it like I always do. But at this moment, what that person just said, I felt some type of way and I want to share it with you guys. I don't think it's nothing wrong with that. I think some people see it. I don't know. Does it bother you to see her cry? You know, it's like, oh, why you crying?
No.
I can't stand your ass crying. I don't
Mm-mm.
know. You know, but this is more so, you know, social media and coming on. It's more so your diary for some people. You know, growing up, a lot of people were not able to be so expressive and so vulnerable to people because a lot of times the family or your friends, they can be the most judgmental people, you know, and it doesn't feel safe because they're constantly trying to conform you and make you into what they want. And when you get out into social
Mm-hmm.
media, it's like a space of freedom, even though you do have, you know, horrible people around too. But her circle of people, the people that she's talking to, her audience that is directed to, that is her and her audience. She's not thinking about the haters in that audience. It's just I think it help her. It does something for her. Like so many others. If you see around the world, you constantly see people will cry, people will tell people. You'll find they didn't even tell their family members the shit they went through because a lot of times it's not that trust there, it's not that safe space, but they feel safe around strangers that follow them because they have a connection and a bond that's magical.
I appreciate that comment. I definitely do. I also feel that, you know, when she does this, it just gives the haters more power. Lizzo, in my mind, is an A-list star. I don't think she's like a C or D list musician. She's A-list, and she has played what was it, Benjamin Franklin's flute. And when she steps down off of her queendom and comes down to these haters like that, it's just giving them the rejoicing that they're looking for. She doesn't even have to call their names. And I know that, you know, it's healing to come online and say how you feel and share that moment. But she can't keep just letting these haters win because they're winning. We all know that when you call out what a hater does, they're like, yep, she recognized what I said. She heard me. She may not be calling my name, but she heard me. She can't keep coming down off of her queendom, getting online, letting them know that it irritates her and it's a what the fuck moment. Excuse my French. And it doesn't even have to be one. She needs to get to a place in her life where she can say, To hell with these people. Let me let you all know what I'm doing. She's been at the the Grammys? And she won her Grammys, and she's on the thing, basically on the stand, basically addressing that guy Aries, who said she looked like whatever she looked like, those negative words. Don't address these people. Let them be the garbage, trash can, dumpster juice that they are, and she needs to continue to be A-list. And that's something I think that she needs to, hear. Someone needs to say it, or she needs a beehive that can shut some of these people down, because I don't understand how to have that many fans that she has. I mean, the girls and guys in the audience are screaming, and I'm not saying anything about anyone who's overweight. There were overweight young ladies and young men in that audience loving it and having a wonderful time with Lizzo on the stage. So she has a fan base of all sizes who love her. And that's what she needs to focus on.
I think that sounds nice if that's who she is, but if that's not who you are,
I know
Lizzo,
it's not
then
her.
don't conform to something that you're not. Trying to please other people that say, I would hate for Lizzo to be a Beyoncé and be mentally screwed. Nobody knows because she don't say anything and she's trying to play a tough girl. That's not who she is, but she's doing it. Why? Because I want my fans to be happy. I know they don't want me to express myself. I'm going to keep my feelings to myself, and I'm going to be tough, and I ain't going to say nothing like a Beyoncé. Beyoncé, her ass could be going through hell right now. Nobody would know it. And I think that she probably want to be expressive. I think Beyonce want to be expressive. Who doesn't? When the whole world is telling you you're a devil and all this. And no matter how quiet Beyonce is, the world will constantly demonize you. It doesn't matter. Once you're a celebrity, they will. Jamie Foxx haven't said nothing. Every day is horrible news article on Jamie Foxx. That is the time that we are in. Oprah, she get drugged. Bill Cosby, drugged every day. You don't have to say nothing. You're still going to get dragged, whether it is or not. But I definitely feel that her being vulnerable to her audience, it helps so many other people. And they don't have it in their guts to do it because they fear
but
the enemy is going to get power. What power is the enemy going to get?
She's done it like 29 times.
And that's fine if she did it 100 more times. That's who she is. She's sensitive, and that's okay.
I wouldn't feed into it. I wouldn't. I would not. I just think that she needs to focus on, at this point, she's loved and F those people because they don't care. They're going to be online next week saying the same stuff, and they would just have to say it in silence, and I wouldn't even care. I would be doing my shows, having a wonderful time, because she's going to have to live her life. She can't come online getting upset in public when she's loved, because she's done it.
Why can't she?
Gigi, we're talking about somebody who has done it. Now, Beyoncé has not done it too many times. I don't even know if she's done it once. I'm saying Lizzo has done this so many times, and I love her for doing it. Don't think I'm saying go stay on somewhere, Lizzo,
but
be quiet. I'm not saying
why
that.
Can't she do it? She's been doing it for so many times.
Just let them go on. Just don't even address those people. They're not even worth the time. She's going to have to learn to have a good time in life and let these people burn in hell. Just let them do whatever they got to do, because her life is beautiful. I mean, the HBO special really turned me into a fan. I said, good God, this young lady really has it going on. You know, I'm a little older. But what I'm saying is that she don't have time to keep focusing on that stuff. Live her life. Get on out there with the people who love her. And if she wants to give the haters a special shout out, just tap her ass and keep on walking on the stage. But I would not keep giving them a platform to continue to hate, because they're going to do it all night long, because she did this what is it, Instagram post or Twitter post or whatever post it is about the haters, that she wasn't at the BET Awards, that she's constantly on their mind. And I'm sorry, they have her on, how do you say it? I
yeah.
can't get it out.
But the thing,
Rent-free, the rent-free thing. The
everything
rent-free.
is pros and cons. Everything is pros and cons. I'm not really concerned about haters because that's what they do and they're going to constantly do it. And it's nothing I can do about that. But the reason why we're having this conversation is because of Lizzo decided to express her true feelings to the world. When I see that, I may not be a fan of Lizzo, but when I see the hate that she gets, I get sympathy for her. And I'll be like, wow, people are still like that. Thank you, Lizzo, for putting me on notice that you still have the rise of this evil stuff that's going on. So, of course, it could be a con, but also it can also be, you know, a pro at the same time, depending on how you look at it.
You're right. Well, Gigi, thank you so much for having me on. I
Thank you for
appreciate
coming.
you and your show.
I appreciate you coming.
Have a good one.
All right. All right. So let's go on to our next caller. I'm going to be looking in the comment section. All right. Can we please get some likes? We are begging for likes. Y'all know I'm begging for them damn likes. All right. They said she needs an artist development help. Entertaining the internet dragon, but crying about it will only put fuel to the fire. So many people went to the public and yet are weak as fuck. Like, no one is forcing her to be a public figure. A mess. And Jesus took it more for us so we can take less. But I missed it. It's moving too fast. But Lizzo first came out. She was in a bathtub of Cheetos and Skittles naked. What do you expect? Maybe something they're saying is triggering. Is something in her that she is going through that keeps going to her. You have a nice, classy voice. Oh, thank you so much. She should go live and do a boogon. Okay? Shouldn't take it all. She asked for fame. Fame is a beast. I mean, of course she wanted to share her gift to the world. And unfortunately, criticism comes with more attention you get, but she didn't ask for it. She didn't ask for it at all, you know? And even if you're not famous, you're still going to get crucified and criticized in this world. How many of you guys have ever been criticized or crucified amongst people you care about, whether it be your friends, your family, or your enemies? Please press 1. If you never encounter that, press 4. You don't have to be famous in order for people to talk about you, you know? So, and I think just that Lizzo is a celebrity and she still deals with shit that everyday people go through with bullies and people talking about her. It's just so more relatable, you know, versus she's a celebrity. Everybody loves her. Nobody talks bad about her. And she's just living on a high horse. Who can relate to that story? You know, not many people. Many people in this world is going through shit constantly. And I can tell how they dress, okay? I can tell how they're dressed. Okay, so let's continue on. Calling from 412. You're live on the air, 412.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. I've been listening to your show the past couple of days, and I'm definitely liking what I'm, hearing, and I like to, listen to black people monetize my people,
Appreciate it.
And I just even from, I know this is not that topic, but you're talking about Lizzo, but even when I was listening. The other day when, the man you had on, he was speaking, making this point, and from, Lizzo as well. And I just feel like Lizzo, she put a lot of stuff out there that trying to make herself, trying to, go with all the flow, like how Monique was big, that she got small. long as Lizzo stay who she is and stay true to what she is, don't try to lose weight and just be that black woman that she's supposed to be and just go on with her fame and don't worry about what everybody's talking about. Fuck everybody. I don't know if you're allowed to cuss on your show, but fuck what people think and just do what you gotta do and be who you is.
Yeah, and you know
You ain't
what?
gotta prove nothing to nobody.
Sometimes people need to hear that every day. Sometimes people need a
Yeah,
reminder weekly, and it's okay. I feel like sometimes people out here, they feel like, well, you shouldn't get a reminder. You already know once. No, sometimes we need an inspirational quote every single day. Some of us need an inspirational quote 3 times a day to make it through the day, because some of us may be going through shit that rough. You
exactly.
don't know how a
It,
person deals with stuff. Every people are not you. Just because you're tough and you get through it doesn't mean the next person will. We have a different brain, different perspective, different foundation, different upbringing. We're different, and that's okay.
yeah, people going. You're right, and they gonna judge you no matter who you are and what you do. Just you know what I mean. You just gotta do what you. You just gotta be who you are. Just don't care about what nobody say. And I'm looking because I honestly I be trying to catch you all the time,
Appreciate
and this
it.
is the only time I. Yeah, I caught the show, and I'm looking at I'm trying to figure out like I see that dude on there that who got killed up there by with Lizzo. And I mean, what was really? I'm not gonna lie. Like honestly, I always be trying to get in on the calls and to get in. I'm really trying to figure out like really like basically what would you was saying about with Lizzo, was she like saying it was wrong how people crucifying him
Uh,
or
no, no, no. Well, Lizzo and Jeremy, they have nothing to do with each other. Lizzo just came
oh,
out. She said, "You guys, I wasn't even at BET." She saw a comment that really made her feel some type of way. They said, "Why wasn't Lizzo there? She didn't have a big enough doors to bust through," and that is an idea that Lizzo, she's not even there. Like she thinking, I'm
mhm.
not at BET Awards, so nobody should bring me up. But they constantly will bring you up. And that's my point, too. No matter if you're visible or
Oh,
not visible, you will still get talked about just because. People are
well, you know what?
bored, they're miserable, they're mad. And I think it's another perspective to understand the mindset of a person that does the bullying and their insecurities and they issues within themselves that people really don't focus on. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh no, what I was gonna say, like, I mean, Lizzo, she's really like a rock and roll person. So I feel like they could have had her did a tribute to Tina Turner because
Much
she was
better.
basically yeah, they should have had her doing it. Paylee Bell, 79, same age as my grandma. I love my grandma dearly, but I wouldn't. It ain't even about that. But I feel like she should have did it. And they always try to make like the BET Awards as less than. This is something in our community that we should always stand, 10 toes for. We want to, run to the Oscars. Want to run. They make every other award so high, but when it comes to us, they want to say we ghetto. I love the ghetto. It wouldn't without us. It wouldn't be none of this. So I love it. Like I be looking at the comments online talking about it was ghetto fabulous EBT awards, but without us blacks, and I'm not no racist, but without us, this world would be lost. Let's just say that.
Hmm. Yeah, but
So it get me mad, man. It really
I
do.
understand.
It get me mad.
I kind of, I'm on a fence when it comes to BET. You would think it's supposed to be black excellence. So
Hmm.
this is the place where we are celebrating the people in the music industry, and we want you guys to be on your best behavior and dress your best. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people was dressed to perfection that night.
really,
At the
I
BET
think a lot of
Awards.
people were naked.
I mean, yeah, they might have been naked, but I'm gonna tell you like this: like, if you can't be yourself, you know what I mean? Why we gotta hold a standard of what the I'm not going to even say the white man because half of the blacks and all of us, we got a lot of things mixed in us that we got, we over here. So they try to hold us to a standard. Why can't we just be ourselves? Come
But
as
what
we
is our
are, like they say.
what is ourself? What is that?
I mean, okay, so for instance, Christian Rock, she was there, belly hanging out, with looking like a genie. I mean, she having fun. We met her one day. I'm looking up to you, so let
Oh,
me sound a little
definitely. Go
professional.
ahead.
But I really love you. I
Oh,
be crying when I
appreciate
be hearing you talk.
it. Thank you.
And I'm listen, I'm trying to be professional. I don't want to get cussed up. But I just feel like, and I was reading comments on Christian Rock. They was up there saying she got her belly hanging out. I live in Pickett, but I see a lot of females. For instance, this one girl's belly was hanging out in the summertime, 8 months pregnant with a white tee, belly hanging out. Just being comfortable in her skin. You know what I mean?
Or
And nobody talking about
maybe she didn't
her
have
back.
anybody to teach her better. A lot of these
Yeah,
individuals, they don't have parents to teach them anything. So I don't know. I feel like it's a place and time for everything.
for everything. So you feel like we all? I mean, they all should have been dressed like had on suits and. No, I'm not. I'm
If
not
it's
saying it like
called
this. Like everybody.
black excellence, then yeah, black excellence, that means that hey, this is the night we are classy, you know? We're gonna put our
Okay.
best
Well,
foot forward.
they have a standard. They had, next year they should have like a standard. Well, Tyler Perry's taking over, so
No,
hopefully
he's
he set
not.
that
He
bound.
he he didn't buy it.
Oh, he didn't. They
No.
said he got that in VA. Oh, he
No,
didn't. Oh, it's
the
okay.
last minute they said it was 3 billion and he backed out.
Oh, okay, okay. See, I'm glad you told me. See, I can learn a lot from you, but
Mhm.
I get what you're saying though. From now on, going forward, everybody should be dressed professional and show that we have some class, so we don't have the other people, elites, and different people talking about us. But
Well, the thing about it
if
is, if you want other African American people that's about excellence to share that space, it has to be a safe space for them. A lot of people don't feel safe with phones just flying everywhere. Next thing you know, it's just too much. It's too much.
yeah, you're right. And
It's
I
not
didn't
even
even
safe for
I
the
caught that.
kids. It's not even safe for the kids to be there. All those people with no clothes on. Where's your pride?
Yeah,
Where's your pride?
exactly. Exactly. And I didn't, what's crazy now that you're mentioning these different things, and I didn't even realize like that. A lot of us, like, a lot of people, the way you want to make money, a lot of people like to see fights, arguments, and this is what they expect out of blacks. You know what I mean? So I see what you're saying. We need to somehow turn that around and show them that we can have class and we could be at the tops where they can start taking us seriously. So I
Well,
get what you're saying. Like,
to me, I see it as it's an honor to each other. I see it as an honor to each
yeah,
other. If you had a dinner and I come to your house dressed, I'm
mhm,
honoring myself and I'm honoring you because this is your event and I'm coming here dressed professional or classy to put on for you.
okay. Exactly.
I think it's a
Exactly. I
compliment
get
to each other, you know? I mean, I
yes.
would love to see, don't you love to see your family in tuxedos and nice dresses? You know, I
Yes.
love it.
Yeah.
So,
I went to prom. I had twins. I went with to the prom, and we was dressed head to toe. So I
mhm.
definitely get what you're saying. Like,
And I also
uh,
think it could be possibly part of my tradition, like going to church every Sunday and different times. You know, I we didn't just wear anything. You know, we dressed appropriate going to church. It's just about respect and respecting
disrespect. Yeah, I
others.
get. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's what we probably going forward. I mean, I hope to see that. I just hope that a lot of people, they, see this broadcast. I wish, they could take that in and really think about it. Because I see what you're saying. Like, I didn't really look at it like that, but now that you're explaining it, I definitely see what you're saying, Miss Gigi. I get it 100% because that's a reflection of us.
Definitely. You
So
know
I
it
definitely
is.
get it.
You know it is.
Yeah, it
And
is.
I
So
just look at where we came from, from the greats like
yeah,
Aretha Franklin, Diana Ross, and to now,
yeah.
what we're doing now on the red carpet. Are you are you serious?
Are you
Where
serious?
where
You
do
right.
we where do we drop the ball?
I don't. And what did they say? The reason why he what is it? JT, she threw the phone at him because Spicy Ricey, whatever her name is, was sitting by Lil Uzi the Vert, and that's why she threw the phone at him to try to hit him in his head.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. They said that I guess he gave Ice Spice some mentions, I guess, in his song, or he was flirting with her while he was on the stage when he came back. I heard that him and JT was in an argument and she
Mm-hmm.
was questioning him like, yeah, you like her and stuff like that, and I guess he didn't give her a right answer, and things, one thing led to another, and it was a whole blow up.
Oh,
But
bro. Oh, my.
the update is they were just seen outside at the club or event. They were dancing together. They seemed peaceful, and they showed the public, hey, we are together and we're fine.
So you think it was just a publicity stunt, or just trying to? I mean, I don't know. I mean, nowadays you just don't know with these celebrities. Like,
I mean,
it's just
if
weird.
it
I
is a
gotta,
publicity stunt, I mean, you're embarrassing yourself for a publicity stunt for a man that haven't even married you.
exactly.
So, if it is, then it is. I mean, and if it's
Yeah,
not, then either way, it's still bad.
exactly, exactly. Well,
But in this new situation with Florida, Trick Daddy, which is he's a legend
yeah.
in hip hop, he did come out and he did celebrate JT throwing the phone. He said that is how Florida women are, and that's just how they roll, and he loves it.
Uh,
He supports it.
and he loves it.
Yes, he does.
Well, a lot of different women. She threw her phone at the right one. She would have got one thrown right back at her. So
Right. Now, do you
people are just
think
crazy.
classy black people with class want to be around that mess?
No, not at all. And
Would
I'm
you
gonna tell you
want your
something. I don't even
mama?
know.
Would you want your mom around that environment?
I will not. I will not. And there was a lot of older people
Would you
there to
want
see
your
Patti LaBelle.
kids around that
No,
environment?
not at all. Not at all. Nope. So I get you 100%. Now, before I go, I was watching some clips and I seen like where the one girl, I forgot her name, of course, she was doing her song in the middle of this, in the aisle, and was shaking her butt. And I seen a lot of the older people just looking like shaking her head, like I don't know what's going on here. All I was coming to do is see
Yeah,
Patti LaBelle.
it was
It's just
offensive.
sad.
It was offensive.
Yeah, it really was.
Hmm.
Yeah, it really was. But you
I
know
mean,
what?
you should be free to dress how you want, but you should respect others. Some of these outfits are
Yeah.
very offensive to the public.
Well, they need to have it be a class, like you said. It just should be a classy event. Like this is something representing us. We only have this one little thing besides the NAACP awards, and we really don't have much. But we'll go all out for the Oscars. Different. This have some class for us.
Well, I think the reason why they go out for the Oscars because the Oscars have standards. You cannot dress
Okay.
like they dress at BET at the Oscars. You should not be
Oscars.
able to
Yeah.
behave the same way you behave at BET at the Oscars. So that's
Oscars.
why if
Exactly.
BET raised the standards, I'm sure you will see a
Mhm.
different outcome.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I get what you said. I really appreciate you. I enjoyed myself talking to you, but
Same here.
whenever you have
Appreciate it.
another topic, Oh yeah, when you come on again, I'm definitely gonna call in. I like to be in on them horrorcore topics as well, because
Okay.
I really was trying to get in.
Sounds
All right, well
great.
you have a good night.
Okay. You
All
too.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go on to our next caller. How you guys doing? What's going on? Please like this video. We are begging for likes right now. We are talking about Lizzo. Lizzo came out crying based on some stuff that she's seen, so she wanted to express herself to the world, which is okay, but a lot of people have an issue with that. People want her to be strong, but people don't see somebody being vulnerable and crying as strong. They see it as weak. So they interpret it as weak. However, it can definitely be a strength. You know, I got it out. I cried, y'all, and I cried to you guys. And I felt a safe space in this audience, and I feel better, and I'm going off to work tomorrow. Hell, maybe the next 2 days I may feel another down and out, but I may come back out here. And I think that for me, I would rather for you to do that than to sniff crack. I would rather for you to get out here on social media as much as you can, expressing yourself, than to do these hardcore drugs. Because you guys know that's what a lot of Hollywood people are doing. They may not be coming out expressing themselves because they on them sugar boogers. Real tough. All right, so let's go on to our next caller. All right, so calling from 347. You're live on the air, 347.
Hi, Gigi. How are you?
Hey.
About myself, which pertains to Lizzo, as speaking from a woman's perspective and being a plus size woman, all my life, I've always been this way. I know that I couldn't be a slim. Well, I was slim when I was young, but when I grew up, I became a plus size woman after having my children, and you can't please the world. That's one thing you cannot do. You can please yourself, but you cannot please the world. And the reason why I said that she needs to believe in herself. She may have to change the way that she thinks of herself and worry less about the way people feel about her, because she is who she is. And she didn't get there by just getting up there to entertain us and become a model. She's not up there to be a model, whatever. Even if it was a plus size, she's not there for that. She's there to entertain us. Secondly, people are going to speak harsh about you when they don't like you, or you got bullies out here that just want to, bad mouth you or what have you. She's could be from her past, how she was raised. If she wasn't instilled with good qualities and being expressed to that she's loved, it could be, a reason for her being insecure about her weight. But the most important thing that I wanted to touch upon was, you could be a big person as long as you are healthy. I don't think, the way that she moves around on stage and everything, she has agility, she has stamina, and it doesn't look like she's about to pass out after she entertains us. So as far as people worrying about her weight, they don't feed her, they don't have to carry her weight. That's number one. And they don't, they don't buy her clothes and they don't feed her, but they do support her. But still, her weight should have nothing to do with her entertainment, And as a person, they should not be body shaming.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fat phobia.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I was like a size 22. I'm down to a size 18.
Yeah.
And I've never been small in my life. I've lost this weight through sickness or what have you. I've came down on my weight. And it's not easy to carry that weight. And I could care less what anybody thought, because I had to carry this weight. It was the way I felt about myself. I still felt I was beautiful, whether I was bigger and became smaller. It didn't matter. It's the way I thought about myself. I love myself. And if you love yourself, you have to value yourself and your own opinion about how you feel about yourself, not what other people think, because people can't validate me. I have to validate myself.
I think
You
that,
know?
yeah, I think that sounds nice, and I think two can be the same way. I think that if we all say, hey, we all love ourselves, right? And
Mhm.
we are met with people that look like us, and we look at the comments and they're saying awful, mean things to us. I think most of us that are humans, we're going to have a effing reaction. Some of our reaction are going to be angry. Some of our reaction is going
Mhm.
to be very sassy. Some of us is going to cry. She is just showing us her reaction in the moment of seeing that shit. But I guarantee you,
Mhm.
the persons that love themselves the most, the strongest, if they were to
Mhm.
read tons of comments that are degrading them and talking about them as a person,
It's
they're
gonna
gonna
bring you
feel
down. It's gonna
something.
make you feel.
They may not
Mm.
cry. They're gonna feel something.
Yes, that's true. That is true. It's like a person kicking you down when you're already down or you're feeling
Or you
down
can be
about
up. You
yourself.
can be high. You never
You
been
can be up
high
as
and
well.
had a good ass
That's
time,
right.
and then something happened that's turned your life around. You don't gotta be low. You
Oh
can be on
yeah,
a high.
that's true. That's true. And then they just bring you down.
Yeah,
Those is energy zappers. What do you call it? Those are
girl. Let
energy.
me tell
They
you.
just zap
I
your
just say a
energy.
little personal. Sometimes I can have a great
Mm.
day. I'm very sensitive. Okay. But
Yes.
I can go on the computer, I can look at the news, and do you know the news? Or if I read an article and it's nothing about me, but it will cause me to be sad, feel some
Mhm.
type of way. And that is my true
Yep.
feeling. I can try to
You are
fight it
an
and say,
empath.
okay, this not how I feel. Fuck it, that's how I feel. And it's okay.
You know why? Do you know why? I'm the same way. I'm like a sponge. I absorb energy around me. That's why I can't have negative people around me because I pick up on vibes of people and I can read people like whether they have positive energy or negative energy. I can't be around them. But you're like a person that's an empath. They pick up on things and they absorb the energies of the surroundings, things that's going on around them in the environment. And you could be, like you said, you could wake up having a beautiful day, and here comes something negative, and it just brings you, just zaps you. It takes your energy. Yep, that's so true. That is so true. Yes. Mhm.
And then somebody would
But
say, well, you don't love yourself. That's why you're sad about it. No, bitch, it was a sad
not true.
article, okay? They were saying some horrible
Exactly.
shit and I reacted to it. I'm not a robot. I'm not a soldier. Soldiers are individuals. They're not human. They have no humanity. They don't feel. I feel shit. Do you
Right.
understand?
Yes.
My feelings are
Yes.
real.
I feel things about people. I don't like people that bully other people. That's one thing I cannot stand. It's just terrible how people are bullying this lady, and she's a beautiful person. You could tell she wouldn't come to the internet the way she does to be expressive. I give her props because she has courage to even get up there to do half of the stuff that she does. When me and my daughter spoke about her a while back, when I first found out about Lizzo, I wasn't too kosher about the way that she was dressing because you do have little girls that look up to her and they think that that it's appropriate to wear certain things. And I told my daughter, no, it's not. It's not appropriate for females to be online. To me, in my opinion, showing their bodies unless they're being that's their business that they do that they're paid to do these things or whatever, like influencers, like social media or whatever. As far as exposing your body on the line, it's not for everybody. It's for your person that you're with, or it's just for you. You don't have to just to show that you're beautiful. You don't have to expose your body. Back in the days, in the 60s, 70s, or whatever, back then during my mother's era. God bless her, and she
God
rest in
bless her
peace. In the
soul.
40s, she was born. Yes, her birthday was yesterday, and she said, "You don't have to show your body to show that you're beautiful. Let somebody wonder what's underneath that dress or what you know." As a young lady growing up, I would always button up my shirt all the way up to the top with the top. She said, "Girls, you don't unbutton that shirt," you know. So I've always grown up like, overprotective of just exposing myself or whatever. I still think she's beautiful as a big woman or a plus size woman, but she can't let these people just, turn off the comments, stop reading them, do whatever you got, do something different, switch it
Yeah,
up,
but
and get a mentor,
right, right. I
somebody that can
think
mentor.
that if she wants to stop crying, maybe she would do that. But I also
Mm-hmm.
feel like it is strength in her continuing to feel and to
Yeah.
face the funk. Cause I've been
Yep.
there where it's like I don't want to read the comments. But I do
Mm-hmm.
find if I stomach the comments, sometimes like that shit wasn't that bad. If I don't read the comments, I will always think about it. And the
And
idea of
yep.
me feeling like it's going to be the worst of the worst will haunt me even more. So sometimes
Mm-hmm.
if I read the comments, it's better because if I don't, it will haunt me, and I will have the worst just the worst thoughts ever. So everybody is different. Some people they can just be numb to it, and people can go through different seasons. I've been through a season where I was numb to stuff, but I realized in my numbness, I hurted so many other people because
See? Yeah.
I didn't have feelings. So, say for instance,
Mm-hmm.
we were friends and I may have
Mm-hmm.
said some stuff that hurt your feelings. And you may
Or
say,
could
well,
have said it in a harsher manner.
that was very
Right.
hurtful, Gigi. And I'll look and I'll be
Mm-hmm.
like, that's not my problem, because I've turned my
Wow.
feelings off so nobody can hurt me, but I end up hurting other
Right.
people.
Right. But at least you were able to recognize what you did. Some
I
people
didn't
don't acknowledge.
recognize it in the moment. I had to go out of that
Right.
season
Well,
and look back and see. I did not
reflect.
recognize it in the moment.
Okay. Right. It happens. It happens. Everybody, we're not perfect. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Nobody's perfect. So I understand. I do understand. I enjoyed talking to you, and I
I
enjoyed
enjoy
tuning
talking to you
in.
too. All right. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Have a good night.
You too. Okay, so I'm gonna let her go. I'm gonna read in the comments section for a second. They said she lost weight and then gained back even more. Next topic, please. Oh, you want to get to that, Jeremy? You want to get to the mess? I agree with you, caller. Very well said. Uh-huh. Yep, yep, yep. All right, so we got some more callers. I'm excited to hear you guys calling in. Feel free to call in. Blueface said Gigi is awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. No struggle love. We all not gonna be skinny or half the population is overweight. Yes, a lot of us is overweight, you know? All right, so mm, let's keep on going. Calling from 938. You're live on the air, 938.
Hey there. Can
Hey,
you
how
hear
you?
me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Well, it's already pretty much to me it's obvious with Lizzo. I truly believe she definitely loves herself, but she's still human. And at the end of the day, I think
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people forget entertainers are human, and that's the sad part. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, but Lizzo isn't the only one who goes through it. They make fun of Chloe. They be
Mm-hmm.
trying to pit her sister against each other, and I'm just like, it's weird behavior. Then you have Lil Nas X. I love
Mm-hmm.
Montero, but they be picking on him too. Saucy
Mm-hmm.
Santana, I love him. And also, I've noticed the double standards because the thing is, you have a lot of men who are fine with their weight if they're fat, if they
Right.
get love. But
Right.
if a woman is if she is fat, then she gets hate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why is there a double standard? If it's the same for a woman, it needs to be the same all around. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And then as far as that goes, someone else I really love. Now I'm not gonna lie, Ice Spice, she's growing on me, but only because of her personality. She's not messy and she just stays to herself. Now everybody be saying she a plant or thinks she a plant, but I really think she has talent. It's just that she has the protection the complexion for protection, and that's just dead ass. She do.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have other women in the industry who are extremely beautiful, but I believe they prefer to be low key like Normani. I mean, she is so damn, excuse my French, so fucking talented. But she's been going through a lot when it comes to her family. And it's like, that's why she's been on hiatus a lot. But as far as that go, I mean, so really, and after everything she went through in Fifth Harmony, she can take all the time she needs. Like when she's ready to make music, she'll make it. But she has other endeavors that she's doing, just like Rihanna. I mean, just like everybody else. But there is one thing I want to say. And I think this is very important because I think a lot of content creators can do to talk about this. But did you hear about what happened to BB Rexa and Ava Max?
I have no idea what you just said. What you say?
Oh, you know BB Rexa and Ava Max?
I have nope. I don't know who that is. That's my first time hearing that, and I really don't. I all I heard was BBXXX. What'd you say?
Oh, BB Rexa.
Yeah,
She's a
I
pop
don't know.
singer, but he thought it would be funny. And then you had Ava Max, and somebody went on stage and it was a male who slapped her in the face. Now, I just want to make this clean and sweet. I don't, what, what I don't care for is the fact that just because a man is gay or bisexual, that does not give them the permission to assault a woman.
Of course.
They do not need to assault a woman. These DL men and who be up here hitting on and assaulting women, and I just feel like because they're on the down low, that makes them feel like they're entitled to hit women or assault women, and it's not okay. So it's just like I believe more content creators need to really speak on that because it just seems like that's very relevant now. And it's just like I feel like a lot of men who are DL, gay or bisexual, feel that because they are, that they have a right to assault a woman.
I don't think it has
And
anything to do with that man liking dick. I think it has everything to do with how boys are being raised to feel like they're better. Boys are conditioned to feel that they're more superior and stronger. I think it has to do with more so gender raising than him liking dick.
ooh, you think so, Gigi?
Of course, I know so.
Yes, because I've noticed that too. And it's just like the world is just getting more complicated. And I just feel like if it keeps at this, I just feel like stars need to have some type of protection, extra security, because you never know. Because, I mean, people are crazy. They're really crazy and they become real obsessed. And it's just like the more the world,
Okay.
and pretty much, yeah.
Well, I
As
think
far as
one
Lizzo goes,
thing
I
that you can do to secure is get you some a pepper spray and a pow pow. I think it's now the time of day you have to secure yourself. Or live in a good location, or you can have 911 and they can come out and do what they're supposed to do. But I think
I
the
agree.
days of looking for a protection is over, and you have to be resourceful to find it for yourself.
I agree. I do agree. And also, as far as that goes, I used to feel the same way. I'll say this last bit just to wrap up. As far as this goes, how Lizzo feels, I can relate because back when I was younger, I had a lot of racial dysmorphia, and when I say that, it's like I was always around my mother when she was in college, so pretty much I was always around an older crowd. Peers, I would always speak, you might as well say, with a vocabulary that was more college level. And because of that, I would always be asked, why do you talk so white? And I'm like, white? And it's just like, I never really paid attention. I kind of just ignored that. But as I got older, I started to realize, like, well, damn, am I not supposed to be intelligent?
Mhm.
And then the little thing they would like to say called code switch, and it's like I wouldn't code switch. This is just who I am. I have this high, but one thing I also noticed too as I grew older, I would always get underestimated, and then when they see who I actually am, they would be so thrown off guard, and I'm just like, why are you thrown off guard? I mean, I went to school just like everybody else, so this should be something that's not confusing or, out of this, out of the norm. But then after I found out who I was, pretty much I'm Afro-Indigenous, non-binary, and Aryan from my Medak side of the family. And that's my Cherokee Native American side. And it's just like, pretty much when it comes to my Maddox genes, that's where my tallness and everything comes from. And and that's basically overall where all my best qualities and traits come from. But I used to be so insecure about myself. And I didn't realize a lot of the insecurity came from me. I used to think I was adopted because I wasn't the same complexion as my mother. She's the same complexion as Beyoncé. And it's like, why am I the only brown one within the family? But then I realized everybody, especially in college, they would all see more beauty than I didn't see.
I'm
So
sorry
once
to
I find
cut you off. I'm getting a lot of response saying that we're going off topic.
Oh, I see. I'm so sorry,
It's
Chat.
okay.
I didn't mean to bother y'all like that. I
No,
was
no,
just
it's okay.
I was just being honest.
We appreciate
But yeah,
that. All right, so
of
I'm
course.
going to let you go at this time. We have more callers. Calling from 305. You're live on the air, 305.
Hey, Gigi, good morning.
Hey,
And good
good
night to you.
morning. How are you?
Doing fine. I was just calling in because I wanted to say some things about this topic we're talking
Lizzo?
about.
Go ahead.
It's a it's a lot of ignorant people in this world and also in these comments. And people only need to speak about what they know. And just like people always talking about TK or AKA Tasha K, always speaking on things that are not
Can you
fact,
get me
and
off
they
a
do it.
speaker? Can you talk in a phone?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry. I got you on Bluetooth.
I know you got
All
me on something.
right. So, can you hear me better now?
Much better.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just thinking about how people always talking about how Tasha K always attacking people and speaking about stuff she don't know nothing about, and they doing the same thing. It's just that they not Tasha K. So, people talking about Lizzo big because she need to push away from the table. She eats too much. How you know what that girl do on a daily basis if you not around her to see? And speaking from her shoes. I'm sorry, I eat maybe once a day, and I'm still gaining, and that's because I have health conditions and taking medication that causes the weight gain. A
I
lot of people don't know.
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry, Gigi.
think that people are more bothered that she is successful and big and celebrated. You know, it would be okay if she was just big and she was not celebrated and people didn't know of her. Nobody would care. The issue is that
Right.
she's celebrated and she's loved. And people have a problem with that.
Well, they gonna have a. They got. Well, you know what? Too. I look at it like this: if they had a problem with Jesus and God that created their ass in the world, they gonna have a problem about you. So I learned a long time ago is my daddy tell us this, his kids. If you don't love yourself, you can't expect for nobody else to love you.
Hmm.
And even if you do love yourself and they don't love you, still love you, and just worry about uh, uh, the Lord's opinion about you. Because at the end of the day, none of these people don't have a key to open up the heaven gates to let you in, and they don't pay your bills. They don't talk. They don't take care of you.
Yeah.
So their opinions don't matter. My thing is too about what your daddy said. All Florida women are not like that because I'm born and raised in Florida, and I despise that comment. Maybe where he from in Dade County, the hood, like the dirty part, yeah, they like that. But people in Broward County, uh,
Mm.
they need to stop saying when they say Florida, they need to remember there's different counties in Florida. We ain't all the same.
Hmm.
So get back to Lizzo though, because I don't want to make this too long. Too long. Um, Respect people, because at the end of the day, like you said, everybody got feelings.
Yeah.
God didn't create everybody to look the same, be the same.
Yeah.
But I judge people according to how they act
Yeah.
more so than how they look.
Hmm.
Because you can't help the way you look, but you can help the way you carry yourself as a person. You can help who you go out there and serve, who you promote. And this is where the Cardi B's come in at. See what Cardi B does. She idolizes herself. So this is where her attacks come in at, because she keeps doing it.
Got
But
it.
if she would have came in humble, what's going on with her probably wouldn't even be going on because she came in humble.
Yeah.
But she came in aggressively.
Now I would like to read something in the comments from CC29. They said, "What about Roseanne allegedly saying that Lizzo should thank her for paving the way?" So Roseanne, she came out and she said Lizzo should thank her because she was the first big girl in lingerie to grace the cover.
Well, I wouldn't, me personally, I don't think nobody owe nobody nothing but respect. And if Lizzo feel like that she doesn't owe her any respect, that's Lizzo, because Roseanne was probably way before her time.
Right. So
Now,
that's why she said you need to pay me respect because I paved the way. However, I don't think
wait,
it was
wait,
a
wait,
way that she paved.
but hold on, Dan. See, this is contradicting because you saying that Lizzo should thank you. This is being controlling. Now, God has paved the way for all of us. Do you get on your knees and thank Him every day? I don't think so.
Well,
You
I think
worship.
Roseanne, we're talking about in the magazine space, in the Hollywood space.
Yeah, I know you. I think you talking about the one that
Right.
had the show, right?
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I was a big fan of hers back in the day because that was all that was on, besides the Cosby Show. So yeah, I know who you're talking about. She was pretty cool, but technically, yeah, no, because she was a white woman. You not in our fight.
Hmm.
So that's neither what people go through every day. And if you're gonna blame the foods, you got to blame the people that's bringing the food over here to poison us, to put the stuff in it. to make us like this, because we don't create nothing over here. We just buyers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to go there, because there's some people in the comment section, especially his first name is SETH. He's being a little dickish and, you know, just spewing out things that he doesn't even know nothing about. So, like I said, if you're going to, it's okay to comment, but let's be realistic if you're going to comment.
Okay.
Because you can eat a yogurt and it can still have poison in it at the end of the day.
Well, let's not hope that happens, okay? But I appreciate you, 305. We're going to let you go at this time. Calling from 701. You're live on the air, 701. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Gigi, what's up?
What's up, baby?
First I want to start off with Lizzo. I wanted to say, like, Lizzo, I feel like I really don't feel bad for Lizzo how everybody feel bad for Lizzo, because I feel like Lizzo can hold her own shit or whatever. Lizzo knew going into the game or whatever that it was going to be, like, people that had a lot to say about her, because she a big girl, first off. Then she choose to do a lot of stuff like have nude, like showing her body or whatever. So I feel like she just like was reading the comments and kind of got in her feelings, which is normal. It's normal for like people. She human, like you said. So I feel like I don't feel bad for her because she can hold her own shit. It's just being like blown out of proportion and a little over exaggerated right now or whatever. And
What's
I also
what's over exaggerated?
Like the whole thing, what like it's like people like is blowing it out of proportion. Like they stand like a little too much about it. I feel like
What
I
you
feel like
talking
Lizzo,
about? The people that's bullying her are blowing it over proportion, and they're
no,
over
I feel like
dramatic.
people talking about it, like how people like I feel like people opinion about it. Like I feel like a lot of people, more people. It's basically what I'm trying to say is I think more people had opinions and stuff about it, or it was more talked about than I thought it would be. Like, you get what I'm saying?
More
or no?
people care.
Well, I
You
see
have
more
to
people.
care in order to talk about it, good or bad. You have to care. If I'm hating, I care to a degree. I'm putting energy in you if I hate on you. So.
Yeah, you see what thank you for correcting me on that or whatever, because I couldn't really get what I was trying to say, but yeah, and I like
But
it though.
I also
so I really,
think you have to realize too, we are in a political climate. So they are attacking Lizzo to get political points. Lizzo is not only just going against a regular base, but she is going against political people that push money in trolls and bots to come for her.
but okay, and I understand all of that, but don't she know that too? So she should know that it's bots like that's under her stuff comment or people that's bullying her. So she really shouldn't worry about it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Well,
She shouldn't worry about it. I mean,
because it's like
if
bots.
she
Like,
was a soldier, okay. If she was not human and she was a tough person, then okay. But she's a soft girl. She's a sensitive girl. She's not a gorilla glow, you know?
yeah, I feel you. But okay, and I also wanted to say something about like the well, you ain't get into the topic yet about Jeremy or whatever, but I'm from Chicago. So the girl and her son or whatever, like they got into the altercation with him. I feel like that also is a situation. I feel like that's a very serious situation, and people not taking it as serious, like because it's like everybody better wants to take one side. I see or whatever, but it's like actually in reality, I think Jeremy like he was flat out wrong for hitting that girl. Like, so of course the son was gonna do what he had to do. It's like any son, like anybody's son, anybody like son that's with them and they get into a fight or anything, of course they're gonna take action because like obviously you the mother, so they have to help. But people also have to understand, like coming from Jeremy's point of view, that like he do have a family and stuff like that too. You get what I'm saying? So many people shouldn't be like making memes and stuff about it or like marking his death. And I also wanted to say that I feel like the mom was kind of bogus. I really don't know another word to use, but I think she was bogus because the son is so young, and for you to like stand there and you knew you was with your son, you over in Chicago, Illinois, you know how it is, especially out in the hundreds or whatever, and you at a Maxwell restaurant or whatever. So 9 times out of 10, you know how guys' day is, and there's no telling what kind of drug he off or anything, and you got your 14-year-old son. So the first thing would have triggered me, like, I got my kids with me. Maybe I want to say something so bad, but maybe I should be quiet because what if this happened? You get what I'm saying? So I feel like that nobody should be taking sides because actually it's like they praising a killer. The son is not a killer. Like I really don't mean it. Like I swear I don't mean no harm. But it's just a bad situation on both ends to me because I feel like the mom really didn't do her job like that either. And Jeremy, he was like a bitch for hitting her, so he got what he deserved. So it's just bogus on both ends. So yeah.
What do you mean that the mom wasn't doing her job?
She wasn't doing her job because as a mom, if you was with you would have stood there and been like a smart woman and been like, I don't know what the hell this guy got on him. I don't know like what he off, if he is off drugs. So I don't want to put my son in a situation knowing I got my son with me. It's other people in the store just to be in the situation. If you don't mind me asking.
Well, the situation, what I'm hearing is, they messed up her order, so she needed to get her order changed. Jeremy was impatient and felt like she was holding up the line, so he became agitated. So
Okay.
she was looking like she was explaining they messed up my order. I don't think she did anything wrong at all. This man was irrational. He was a monster. He was not civilized. We should have civilized people in the world. He wasn't civil. It was almost like he was a sick pit bull that was just hungry and thirsting for blood. So she didn't do anything wrong. She was civil. She was not a monster. She was attacked by a monster.
Well, okay, I feel you, and I basically that's all. That's all I have to say. I wanted to ask whatever, but thank you.
Anytime. All right. All right. So let's go on to our next caller. Calling from 623. We're live on the air. 263.
Oh, hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Can you hear me?
Yep,
Hello?
I can hear you.
Hi. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
what's going on?
Oh, okay.
You there?
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know how long. Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. I was on hold for a while, so I
I'm
was doing something else.
sorry
But
for
I
the
just
whole.
wanted to. No, you okay? You good? You good? I just wanted to talk about the Lizzo situation.
Mm-hmm.
I came in kind of late, so I didn't see the part where you played whatever was said. But
Well, I
as a
can.
Lizzo fan.
You want me to replay it or you want me to just say it?
No, you don't have to replay it.
You want me to
I
just
mean, I
say it
think I
really
suggested
quickly?
what's going on.
I can just say it real quickly.
Yeah, did
So
somebody make fun of her? Yeah.
she came on, and they were talking about her in a degrading way. They said, well, why wasn't Lizzo at BET? She was too big. She couldn't fit in the double doors. And Lizzo was hurt because she said, I'm not even at the BET Awards. I'm not even showing up at these places. I'm not doing anything, you guys, and I'm still getting dragged. And I feel it, you know? And so that really, it hurted her in the moment, and she was just so vulnerable, and she was expressing how she feel to her audience, to her fans, to the people that want to hear from Lizzo. Okay, so that's what was going on.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you for recapping that. So that's a little different. I thought this was kind of about something else because I know she's always getting dragged for her weight and stuff like that. But so I thought maybe she had did another awful outfit or something. But
Oh no, it
they were
wasn't
just
an
making fun of her.
outfit.
Just to be
They
making
were
fun of her.
talking about her
Oh,
because of
okay.
her weight, but they talked about her and she wasn't even there. Like, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look, as a big girl, I can say this. You have to. That's just kind of what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you learn. Hopefully, you learn pretty early on too. Sometimes it might, but I think for the most part, it's like, you know what I'm saying, girl, just, you know what I'm saying, buck up and move on. Because people going to always have something to say. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? When you big, they have something to say.
I agree, but I disagree. I feel that people will have something to say, but what are you going to do to fight the good fight so the younger girls that are coming up won't have to fight as much? And I
Well, I
think
don't know. I mean,
her
did you think
just
about, like,
being visible, it helps so much. It helps so much to know that you can be a plus size girl, you can be sexy, you can be talented, and you can do the splits, and you can just be great. You know, I'm blessed to be able to witness that, because growing up, I was around a lot of fat phobia. And if you don't know better, you begin to believe the people that push out fat phobia. Nobody's going to love you because you're big. Nobody wants you around because you're big. Oh my God, you look like a fucking animal. Oh my God, you know? So to see plus size girls doing it despite the drama, despite people tearing her down, despite she's being vulnerable and crying, she needs that release, you know, in order to continue on. And I'd rather for her to do that than to sniff lines or to be on, you know, drugs and stuff. Because everybody cope differently. You know, everybody express themselves differently.
no, well, and I hope she doesn't do that either. I think that, that's where self-confidence and self-love
But that would get her
and
down,
things
though,
like
wouldn't
that
it?
do come
Wouldn't it
in.
get her down?
No, I've been a big girl my whole life.
Right.
I've been made fun of and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I had a good mother who taught me how to deal with stuff like that. And I had to just, you know what I'm saying? You just learn how to adapt. It doesn't make it right.
Hmm.
It
Huh?
doesn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it
It
doesn't
doesn't
make it
make it right.
right, but you hopefully somebody would want to do stuff to change the world. To make
That of representing big women because it's okay to be big and love yourself and be proud and you know what I'm saying but I think like the way she dresses and things like that, I think it just makes it difficult, more difficult for like people to like just for her to swallow, like for people to swallow. It's a little much. It's, you
Well,
know what I'm
I
saying?
think
It's over the
that
top.
it's still fat phobia to say, oh, you shouldn't wear that because you're showing too much skin, but she can.
No, it's not fat phobia. I don't. As a big girl, I don't think so.
I
As a
think
big
so.
girl, I mean, I there are certain things. No, there are certain things as a big girl you have to be cautious about what you wear. It's certain things you should not put on because it is inappropriate. It just is. You know what
Like
I'm
what?
saying? Like
Like what?
it's like I
Uh-huh.
have two different bathing suits. I have my mommy bathing suit that covers everything. It look like one of them granny ones with the skirt, everything. I'm covered up because I'm at a public pool. It's probably gonna be other kids around, and as a parent,
So
I'm
you don't
thinking
want
about I
them to
wouldn't
see
want
your
somebody.
stomach fat?
No, I would never have as a I don't have no two pieces. I got some banging
Okay.
ass one
So
pieces, but
you
I ain't got no
feel
two
like
pieces.
plus
I don't
size
think you should do
women
that.
should never show their stomach fat.
I think that plus size women should be careful about how they represent themselves.
No, we just
got
asked a
we
question.
blessed
Should
with
they
a
show
whole
their
lot.
stomach fat? Should we see those rolls or keep that shit covered up?
Honestly, no. As a big,
Okay,
I wouldn't do
so
it.
you say no. So let me ask
I
you
would-
this. Let me ask you this.
No.
We have a big guy. So do you want him to cover his ass up at the pool too?
A big guy? Yes. Listen, big man, woman, whatever. If you big and you got
so
a
you
lot
want,
of flesh,
you want the
cover
big
that
guys to cover their stomach. Okay, that's ridiculous. Big guys would never cover their stomachs up. I don't care how many rolls a big guy has, he's not covering the shit up. And nobody's going to complain, and he's going to be confident, and everybody's going to have a merry day, and all the kids is going to see his ass with a big ass stomach like Santa Claus. Because we love Santa Claus big ass. We love Santa Claus big ass. Girl, I'm done with you. And you can be a big girl. You can be a big girl all you care for. I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't care. I don't care. I still feel how I feel. And shout out big girls. You can show your rolls in your stomach, girl. I don't care if the big girls. You can see you may have some big girls against your ass too. You gotta be careful. I'm just saying.
No, if they being honest with themselves, if they looking in the same mirror as everybody else, because it gives a reflection of exactly what's looking back at you, then they will be covered. You can be stylish and sexy and all of that.
When you look in the mirror, you see disgust. When you look in the mirror, you see disgust.
No, I don't see.
But some guys, and some women, they like the stomach, boo. They like the rolls.
It's not about disgust. It's not about disgust. It's about what's
cover
appropriate.
it up?
When she went to that,
so rolls.
When she went to that,
we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. So let's stop it. We're not talking about that. We're talking about out at the beach showing your stomach rolls. And let's not act. If you want to bring that basketball game up, if Megan Fox were the same shit, she would have been people would have forgave her more. So please stop it. It's not the same. People treat people different based on skin color, based on size, based on gender, based on all this bull crap. And I just don't stand for it. That's yet again another double standard in society. Not every big girls are but
not
it sounds like you
okay
with double standards, and you're conforming. You conform to
I live in reality. I'm
that's
not
conforming.
Okay with it.
You're not doing anything to change. What y'all call it? What you trying to change to something?
Conforming. I don't think it's.
The world is always changing. The world is always changing.
But everybody
you don't feel like it's appropriate. That's fine. I feel like it's appropriate. So, and I don't even got goddamn roles. But
if you had children, and Lizzo was frolicking around in front of your children,
girl, bye. I'm from the hood. We seen that shit. We seen back rows too. You gonna cover them back rows? You gonna cover them side rows?
Do that make it right? Back rows and side rows, okay, those can get away sometimes, but not no ass hanging out. I'm sorry.
We ain't talking about no ass. We're talking
I love her.
Stomach.
I think she's extremely talented.
Yeah, change the status quo.
Now, if she
Thank
would
you. Thank you. Change the status quo.
More on her
yes, we gotta change the status quo.
If she would focus more on her talent and be a little bit, I bet you if she kind of just watched it a little bit more.
Didn't we see Honey Boo Boo's stomach? Didn't we see Honey Boo Boo's stomach and her mama? Girl, bye. All right, we're gonna let you go. And we sure saw Biggie Small's stomach, and we ain't had no problem with his stomach.
And unfortunately, we did.
No, we didn't. He was sexy. Biggie Smalls was a sex symbol.
You like big dudes, huh?
No, it's not about me.
Big brothers need love too.
They do, but it's not about me. But Biggie Smalls was a sex symbol. He made sexy music that was bangers. I love it when they call me Big Pop. Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. He had all the girls calling his ass Big Papa. He would walk around with no shirt on, stomach out, hanging, and people loved it. It was nothing. And that's just what it was. And yeah, he was walking around that in front of his kids. All right, baby. We're gonna
Well,
let
look,
you go.
different strokes for different folks.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Hell yeah. I'm going to bed. Okay. Okay, so let's see. You waking my ass up. Calling from 40.
Hey, Gigi.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay. I just wanted to say like two things that I heard you say. Okay, so about the Lizzo situation, I was gonna say she's a beautiful person for one. Two, if I were her, I mean it's okay for her to feel because at the end of the day we all have feelings and you gotta express how you feel. Because if you don't, it will drive you crazy. Mental health is a real thing and we all
What they say? Hold on.
So,
express yourself. It gotta be.
Exactly.
Gotta be, babe. Express yourself. Believe in me. You know that song? Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Pump
Express
that.
yourself.
Sing
You
that
heard
song.
them.
Can you sing
Yeah.
it? Can you sing Salt and Pepper? Express yourself. Wasn't that a banger though? Wasn't that like
Yeah.
classic? Doesn't that song still resonate to today's world? Express yourself.
Yes, it does.
Oh my
And they
God!
need
What
to
a
actually
message!
play that more
What a
often.
message! What a message!
Yes.
And it's so
Express
sad
yourself
that
because
you
if you
know
don't, mental
the
health
the
will.
the women, female rappers, all they talk about the same shit. They don't talk about expressing yourself. Everything is
All
surrounded
they
by
talk about,
niggas. Nigga.
and
Express
I
yourself
don't know if you
was
can say the
was
word
self-expression,
sexual placement.
self-love. You understand?
Correct.
Can you sing
Right.
that song?
That's what Lizzo is all about, loving yourself.
Can you sing
Oh,
the
I
song?
don't really know the lyrics. I didn't know the
Okay.
lyrics.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. But no, I was just saying, I just feel like all celebrities, before they get in this industry, I just feel like they should get them a confidence coach. That's the most important thing because you have to have confidence within yourself because you are going to be judged. When you open up your life to the public, they're going to judge you. So, therefore, just like Beyoncé, get you a confidence coach. Learn how to deal with it. Stay off the internet. I want to tell you why you should stay off the internet and when you're in the industry because you are going to be judged. If you cannot handle it, don't get on the internet. That's number one. That's what Beyoncé don't do. She don't do YouTube. She don't do the internet. That's the main thing because that right there, they bring you down when you actually hearing all those negative comments. Positive energy is everything. And if I were her, I'd turn my pain into money. What I would do, I'd be like, okay, since y'all want to keep talking, how about I start doing this workout thing? I started me a little TV show or something on the side with a whole bunch of big women coming in, and we all encouraging each other, and we gonna go ahead and show y'all how to lose weight together, sort of like how Khloe Kardashian did when she had her own show. She actually made it into like a exercise show. She had made a lot of people lose weight, feel better about themselves, and loving themselves. That's the most important part. But like I said, every celebrity that deals with the industry needs a coach to learn how to deal with these public allegations, everything that comes out, because people are judging. And that's all I had to say. I was just saying that was my main
Girl,
thing.
they talk about me. Wait, what they say? Damn, how'd it go? All these people around me talking all this shit about me. Why they just won't let me live? Hey, what? I done need attention. I dun. I dun. What?
Right.
It's my prerogative.
You
hey, I can do what I want to do. It's my girl. Hold on. It's my prerogative. What? I can say what I want to say. It's my prerogative. What? I can do what I want to do. It's my prerogative. Hey.
You got me doing the dance.
Yeah, we need to, play It's My Prerogative and express yourself. And it's interesting. We don't have no current songs about My Prerogative either. And I think I don't like this person, but I think he would do a great redo of a song of My Prerogative is the Baby. I think he'll turn it up.
Oh yeah.
But I don't like him because of Meg, but I think he would turn that song out. like a redo or whatever.
Yeah.
My prerogative.
Aw.
Uh-huh.
He should, and that'll be a banger for him.
Yeah,
But
because
like I
he's a
said, these
rebel.
celebrities, I don't know what else to say and how to say it, but that's what he is. He's like, these, okay, in my opinion, all celebrities, they come out and then they present you with sexuality rather than, you know, living yourself and learning how to do this or giving people advice through their songs. All you hear is open your, you know what. And with that being said, that's not encouraging our younger generation to be motivated to do their best, because all they know now is I got to get my hair done. I have to have my nails done. Oh, I have to have a small shape. If I don't, then they're going to judge me. And then that's where all these surgeries coming in and stuff like that. That's why we should stop body shaming people. Let them be who they are. Just like you said, men are not body shamed at all. But women, we get towed up. If you're not right, if your butt is
But
little,
girls
if
are
you ain't
getting
got,
towed up more so by other women.
that's what I said. They should.
These
Everybody should
niggas
just come
gonna
together
hit
and
any
stop
of that.
judging.
Girl, these niggas gonna hit any and everything. It don't even care about them. Okay.
That's
A
true.
lot of people want to be the
And that's
baddest. Okay.
That's
But
right.
I appreciate
I
you,
pray
boo.
this don't make her get no surgery though. You know, like from her emotional
Well, I
mental. We
hope
don't
she
know
don't
people's
get on
mental
those
health.
sugar boogers that cause her to lose a lot of weight. Because you know drugs can cause you to
Oh
lose
yeah.
weight. You know that, right?
Yes, and I know that. Yes, and that's something I do know. That's why I said I pray. I'm gonna pray for her, and that's the best thing anybody could do for people, and pray her through. Pray for her through her pain, because we all know somebody in our family that's overweight, and they wish that they could be like other women, but can't understand why. Why? Because I'm just say this. This is my last little statement. Because
Girl.
this comes from the slavery days. That weight stuff that came from slavery when it and DNA is real. So it's like
Well,
sometimes you can't help it.
well, they say certain parts in Africa they love big women. The bigger you are, the richer you are. So different
And the more you
cultures.
can cook.
Mhm.
Right. But I know skinny man love big women, so if I were her, I embrace that and I start something new. I encourage people to exercise. I start
Yeah.
exercising.
Well,
Like y'all wasn't taught.
everybody got their fetish, and sometimes the opposite does attract. So I can see skinny guys loving big girls. Just had a idea, and I was like, Gigi, is that fat phobia? And I share with you, but I hope I don't offend anybody, because I was like, I don't care when I look at adult content to see two big people together. That shit smashing together.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, but if that's phobia,
that's how
I
it matters.
apologize for being fat phobia.
It's okay.
Uh-huh.
It's okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I know
Yeah.
plenty of women that they real big tall men that has a lot of weight on them, and I be like, damn, but hey, it is what it is. Keep me warm, baby.
Girl.
Alrighty then.
All right. Bye.
All right.
So let me keep going. It's funny to see people talk about health as well, who don't even have health insurance. Okay. So y'all ready to switch it to Jeremy? Press 4 if you ready to get to the Zesty Jeremy. Okay. All right. So I think we covered Lizzo very well. I think we respected her. We did her justice. So another topic, but you guys wanted to talk about Lizzo first, so that's what I wanted to do. It's this guy right here. His name is Jeremy, and this is saying that I'll redo it. Okay, so they said that Miss Hood was at the restaurant. She ordered her food. Jeremy and his girlfriend were behind. They messed up her order, so she was getting it right. Jeremy was impatient and felt like you are holding up the line, and I don't know if he knew that her order was messed up, so that's why she was waiting, okay? So I believe she was trying to explain that to this man, and he had a temper. And they said that his girlfriend that was there was egging him on, that she was laughing and she was pushing him to hit her, you know? They are saying that this girlfriend, she was the author of it all. She was the one that was baiting and saying horrible comments and pushing him to hit her. So she was trying to explain, and the dog, he just started to attack, and the unthinkable happened. And that is where we are with that paragraph. It's been numerous reports about this man. They said that he has a bad past of putting down women, hitting on women. And it looks like he didn't have a track record because nobody was pressing charges. They also stated that he burned down one of his girlfriend's house. Why did he burn it down? I'm not sure, but this dog needed to be put down. He should have been in prison or to get some help, okay? Because something is not right. A zesty man came forward and said he is zesty. Him been talking on the hotline and getting it really steamy. Okay. And I said, well, he must be an angry bottom out here in these streets and need some goddamn dick. I'm not sure. And just need to leave his life. And then, the guy that outed him, I was like, okay, how does this benefit her? He's dead, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Or do you just want attention? Are you just trying to show out and say, hey, I can have your man too, and your man was all in my DMs? Because I feel that if you are against DL, then why would you even entertain that man in the first place? And when you realized it, why didn't you cut it off and let her know then? But your ass didn't do that. You waited till this happened, and then you want to spread about it like it's goddamn news. Okay, so that is what we're finding out as well. So I will let you guys call in and chime in. I'm sure everything that I'm talking about you guys have heard before. So I'm going to look in the comments section to see if we have any phone calls. We don't, so I'm going to look in the comments section over here. Feel free to call in and let us know what you guys think. They said, do want to go viral? Yeah, it seemed like it, but why would you want to go viral with some bullshit? Why would you want to go viral out and messing around with a DL ninja that's abusive to women? Are you just happy that you got a chance to suck for some dick? I mean, I don't get that mentality. Why would you even want to be associated with this ninja? Something is really not right there, okay? If anybody with any common sense even mess with this dude, they would not want to be associated with the likes of him. But let's continue on. Calling from 412. You're live on the air. 412.
Oh, I'm back.
Hey, how's it going? All right,
doing?
so we're going to talk about Jeremy. Can you turn the radio down?
down?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yep, let me turn it down. All right, yeah, because I wanted to talk on this topic too again. I'm still up. This is terrible. Okay, enlighten me on what was you saying about him, the man Jeremy?
You said, what was I saying?
Supposed to be DL, and he was.
Okay, so
a
zesty man came out and said, you guys, I've been with Jeremy, and he been all in my DMs, and we was texting back and forth. I said what I said. I'm just saying, I'm just letting y'all know, y'all man was all up in my DMs, and we were supposed to do this and that.
So this is probably why he was so upset with women and want to, take his frustration out on her, and something, for.
I disagree. I asked you some dick. Okay, I think it's way more to it than that.
My phone. No.
Huh?
You made me throw my phone. Oh, I love you, Gigi. You is so funny.
Anybody could go ahead and get some dick. It's not hard, No, I think a lot of times I'm pretty sure he was hitting on women and girls when he was 10. And often
Yeah.
you guys don't talk about this, how when a little girl say, Bobby hit me, then you tell this little girl, oh, don't worry, he likes you. You know, when a boy hits you, they like you. You know,
Yeah.
all this type of bullshit. And I'm sure he probably seen his daddy well on some girls, you know, and just having that feeling like he's better because he's a man. He's better and superior because he got some dick and nuts. And society teaches these boys they are better. They are dominant. You know, put your dominant on these girls. Make them more submissive to you. I mean, look at tradition and look at the Middle East, how they treat their women, how they hit their women, you know, how they do it. You know, so I don't look at the people in the Middle East and say, oh my God, they just want some dick. That's why they're hitting on women. It has a lot to do with dominant and feeling and how society raised men and say, hey, you are the better. You are the dominant. If she's out of hand, put her in her place physically because that's what you are. I mean, when you look at Color Purple, he was hitting her ass, and one of them, Oprah, told, "Oh boy, you need to knock her out because she's out of line," and that was normalized. And that now, I'm not looking at them and say, "Well, nah, they want some dick." That have nothing to do with it. That's just another layer. You don't got shit to do with that.
But what I think is, like you said, like even when this stuff first came out, he just had a problem. What he did was he met his match. You don't hit no woman like that. You have a mother, you have daughters, you have aunts, you even said your grandma's name before you got killed. So there was women that he possibly did love, but when people are angry like that and stuff is feeling and building up inside of them like that, things like this happen. Whether you gay, straight, whatever.
Yeah,
So,
he didn't care about life.
Yeah, he didn't care about life. Okay, where I live at, I know people, this person used to beat on women so bad. I mean bad. He used to beat on these women bad, and people seen this. And I never once seen this man go to jail until his life was in his apartment. I don't know what happened. I don't know what did it, but that's another story. But at the end of the day, you don't supposed to put your hands on nobody. I don't care who you are, whether he hit a man in the store, whether he hit a baby, anybody. You don't put your hand on nobody. I just didn't get the concept of that. You know, I guess when they was in the line, you know how some people want to, take the time and look. And then the restaurant is dirty. I seen a rat run underneath his leg.
Oh, please don't tell me that. I'm ratophobia. I got rat phobia.
I'm so sorry, but
I know you didn't know. I can't stand the sight. I'm fearful of them motherfuckers. Yeah, but
that no more.
also, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm listening to you because I got some shit
I was going to say, a lot of us have seen abuse. A lot of us. How many of you guys have ever seen a man whoop on a woman when you were under 15 years old? Press 1 if you ever saw a man whoop on a woman when you're under the age of 15. Press 10 if you never seen such a thing. I've seen it a lot. And it can cause kids that look at that to be for it or against it, You got a lot going on, sir, because I'm all in your bedroom and the door's closing and shit.
No, you are.
No, I'm not, because it's distracting.
I'm so sorry. I just came back in here. I'm listening to
I
you.
know, but you're so distracting with all that damn noise.
Well, I'm sorry.
I need you to be still. Please be still.
All right, I'm being still. Come on. We're going to talk your stuff. But, let me get back to my, I got the concept that when they was in the line, Miss Carlisha, I'm not going to say because I'm older than her, I got her by a year. she might have been in there, she seen him with his girl, and the girl was probably, they're there, she getting her food, and the girl, they probably in there drunk, probably just came in from the club trying to get something to eat. They talking stuff, and Carlissa like, hold up, I'm paying my money just like the next people. Y'all gonna wait? And she kept ordering. I bet any money because I've been in that
No,
predicament. I'm
she
not going
didn't
to woman,
continue
but
her order. They messed up her order,
no,
so
no,
she
no.
was
I'm
trying
not
to get
saying
it
her.
right.
I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I'm just saying like the people behind her probably was also agreeing with Jeremy, and she's like, oh, I'm getting my food. Y'all want what? You know what I mean? And then they still rushing her. Maybe she wanted to add something else on. And
I
they all,
doubt it.
and then when
That
they
that
started
don't
arguing,
sound that don't sound likely. I
it
don't
don't.
think no, I don't think it was nothing wrong with that girl. She had
No,
they
I'm not.
messed up
No,
her
I never
order.
said. I'm
Yeah, I don't think the
I'm
whole
100%
audience in the
behind Carlissa.
back was irritated with Carlicia. I don't think though. I think that people knew something was wrong. That's why people started to videotape because people felt the
Okay.
presence. They knew something was
The
wrong.
threatening. Yeah, I'm 100% with Carlisa. Like, I'm not against it. I'm just trying to get the concept of what was really going on. Why did the argument started in the first place? She wasn't
The
arguing. He
argument
was.
started in the first place because he was a monster that was looking for problems.
Okay, for a problem.
It
Okay.
wasn't
And
Kalisha.
he punched her.
If it was Michelle there, he would have did the same thing. If it was Dominique,
Yeah.
it would have did the same thing. If it was Keisha, he would have did the same thing.
He would have did the
He
same
has
thing.
an
He
issue.
basically wanted it. Yeah, he have an issue. And he wanted everything to go his way or no way. And what way he went, I don't know if he went to heaven or hell. But you don't put your hand on nobody. I don't care who you are. Do not. And
Well,
that
with
brings me
the
back to
hate
when
that
you had
he
the
had
one
in
man
his
on your show.
heart doing that, I doubt it. But who knows?
Yeah, you're right. But I was just saying, like, even when you had that one person on your show, I don't know, he was talking, and to me, he was every time you had another caller come in, it was like he was saying like Carlissa was right, but then he'll go
Yeah,
over
but
and say like,
let's
well,
not
he
talk
shouldn't have.
about another caller that was yesterday. They're not here, and we're here.
Well, no, that was actually 2 days
Or
ago.
to that,
Yeah, I wish
whatever.
I could have got in that day
Let's
because I
keep
was
it
ready.
current. Hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it current, but basically, he shouldn't have did what he did. It happened, and I thank God the charges got dropped. And this is a lot of people that's going through this. All these any man that's out there hitting on women, they need to just stop right now and just think about it. You can be Jeremy. Do not put your hand on nobody at all. And that's how I feel. Like, don't touch nobody. I don't care how mad you get. Go get some medicine for your mental health. Because
I
a lot
think
of
it's
times it's
easy
drugs.
said. I think that you
Been
have to
done.
start when they're kids, and you cannot show that that's a right way to do. A lot of these parents are fighting in front of their kids, so they are
Yep.
picking up that mentality. Like Blueface and Krishan, I'm sure if he have kids in front of him that's seen that, they would think it's okay for a man to hit a woman because they saw daddy do it.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
So
it's
you
not about
basically saying
what
we
you
got to
say,
start
it's
acting out.
about how you do, what you show your kids as well.
You're right. Everything you're saying is 100% right. So I'm just going to take this in. My kid, I'm going to make sure that, it starts at home. You got to love everybody. Do not try to go out trying to be a monster. And just, and when you're out in society, try to treat people how you want to be treated. That's it.
Well, I think that it's a challenge. I want to tell my son not to be a monster, but the games that I buy him, he's the biggest monster. I want to tell my
Yeah.
son not to be a monster, but in order to be cool, you have to be the biggest monster. You have to be the villain. Because in
Oh,
boys,
yeah.
it's cool for them to be a villain. It's cool to be the tough guy. But with that, it comes with responsibility. So it comes with discipline, self discipline. Do they have self control? Do they know how to express their emotions and control their emotions?
Yeah.
I mean
like you said,
that's all to take place, but the parents have to have that in order to instill that in them. If they see their mom and dad have no self control, no self discipline, most likely their parents cannot instill that in their kids.
Exactly. And I seen my mom get beat, and my mom got fed up with it, and she told my dad, "Come on, if you want to come on." My grandma said she had fire in her ass. I seen it, and after that, he didn't put his hands on her anymore. They separated, but sometimes you just get fed up. You can't keep sitting around taking all that. And like you said, we see that as kids, but that's not going to make me be a monster like Jerry.
Yeah, it may not make you be a monster, but it may make the next person be one. The next person may see that and be inspired, be like, I want to be like my dad. I'm glad because when I see my dad put my mom down or whatever, she shut up. That's a real man. And she always tell me, never disrespect my daddy because he a real man and I want to be a real man. And you never know. You have moms that will tell their sons to shut that girl up. She's out of place. You need to put her in her place. You know what to do. You don't let no girl say or do anything. So, I mean, it's a lot that goes on in the psyche when creating a monster. Let's give a big old thank you to BT donating $5. Thanks for keeping us engaged at the time of the morning. You're welcome. I appreciate that, BT.
Oh, well, don't you worry. I'm definitely going to be supporting you. I have to get to the bank so I can put that money on my cash app and send it over to you.
Thank you. I wasn't even thinking about that, but I appreciate it.
Well, you don't have to think about when a blessing is going to come to someone like you. Don't you worry.
All right.
You're going to get blessed because what you're doing out here, you're putting awareness in our community. And you're speaking facts as well. You're not like these other content. You're really showing facts. I'm tired of getting on Facebook seeing about people's marriages. Stuff like this is really intriguing. Like, I like stuff like this, MissGiGi. And I'm going to definitely, get you out there and share you more. And I want you to blow up big because you deserve it.
Thank you.
You do.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So I'm here. I'm definitely going to support you.
All
so when you go live tomorrow, I will have that much. I'm going to, donate to you. So don't you worry.
Oh, okay.
If you want to. Yep. And I'm serious. And like I said, I got other people watching and listening to you now as well. And I got to make sure I did. I know I subscribe because every time I get on, all your videos pop up. But I want it to pop up when you're live, so I don't want to have to be. So I want to be able to get in on the conversation as well. So I'm here.
All right. Well, I thank you so much. All right, we're gonna let you go at this time. We do have another caller. So people in the comment section, they said a real man don't hit a woman. You don't punch women, you smack them. And OMO. Okay, do your research. I'll scare you. Okay, so let's go on to our next caller. Calling from 314. You're live on the air. 314.
Hey, Gigi, how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. Gigi, this is Juicy.
Hey, Juicy.
I've been trying to get on here and talk about this topic. I've only got a few minutes because I'm honestly up getting ready for work, okay? So what I have to say, I'm going to try to say it fast. And I think I can point out a few things that some people may have missed about this. There was something wrong with this man because I still cannot figure out what that woman said that made him so angry. I think the anger was already there, and he was just looking for someone to take it out on, and it just happened to be her. But I paid attention to the fact that, well, Gigi, people keep saying, why didn't she just shut up? Why didn't she just leave? Why didn't she just be quiet? Okay? Why did her son have access to her gun? I heard all different kind of things. But I think what I paid attention to was I looked at these clips, and you know me, I have a tendency to study stuff, and I looked at it over and over and over, and I saw when her and her son pulled up in the parking lot, I saw when she got out and she went in to order her food, okay? Whoever started to tape, when they started recording this, the altercation was already taking place. So we don't really know what happened before that, but we saw him screaming and hollering in her face, and it looked to me, Gigi, like she was kind of wedged into a corner. He was in front of her, okay? Then they said she texted her son and told her son to come inside. And, Gigi, I tried to figure out when did she have time to do that, because this man is screaming and hollering in her face, and me, myself, I wouldn't have took my eyes off of him long enough to text anybody. I'd have been so busy watching him and trying to figure out what he was getting ready to do, okay? In order for her to leave, she'd have had to get around him. He was in front of her doing all these motions, okay? Then, from what I'm understanding, her son's in the car watching this. I think he knew where her thing was. I think he got it on his own and came in and stood in the doorway to see what was going on with his mom. This man all up in her face, making all these gestures. He's standing in the doorway. Carlisa told her son, go get back in the car. Now, Gigi, if she texted him and told him to come in, why would she turn around and tell him to go get back in the car? When she tells him to go get back in the car, this man doesn't even see him because his back is to the door. The child is standing behind him in the doorway. So when she tells her son to go get back in the car, this man said, go get back in the car. Like he was trying to figure out what she was talking about because he never saw her son.
Right.
And
he
then
never
he
saw it coming.
Right. He never saw her son. She's looking at her son over this man's shoulder. Like people said, why she put her son in that position? To me, she was trying to get her son out of that position when she said, go get back in the car. In other words, let me handle this. You go get back in the car. Okay? Mm-hmm. And the man said, go get back in the car. Lady, get your food. Get your food. You say another word, I'm going to knock you out. And then he proceeded to do that. He hit that woman 3 times. And, Gigi, on the 3rd time, you heard a gunshot. You can hear it. And then the tape stops. Okay? Then they say she instructed him to do it again. I don't know if that's what happened. I don't know because everyone else is saying that that woman that was encouraging this, that they got all this information from her about the text message and her instructing her son to do it again and to shoot her too, or should I say, do her too. They said all that information came from that woman. They had to go back, and this is why they were arrested, but they had to go back and look at this tape and kind of sum it up. Even in the parking lot when there was a little struggle over the gun, I looked at that too. Because how many times, okay, have children had to defend their mothers just like this? And then when it happens, the first thing the mother says is, you give me that. And then you run off, and I'm going to take the blame for this. And I kind of felt like that might have been what was going on. After he did it, she was trying to get it from him, okay? Not realizing that everything's on tape, but not really. I'm your mom. You protected me. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to take the blame. Give it to me. And he wouldn't let go of it, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, this is what I saw, okay? He said, and I'm not trying to be funny on my grandma. Well, he with her right now, okay? And people, I I do feel for his family, okay? Because they did lose someone that they loved, but they didn't raise him right. They did not raise him right, okay? Because attacked that woman, it wasn't no freaky thing. He's been doing that, and I don't want to go on nobody
They
else's
should have
stuff.
had his ass behind bars. He would have still been alive if
Yes.
somebody would have had him behind bars.
They show on another thing where he set somebody's house on fire, okay? And talking about you out here trying to defend him, and you know how he used to whoop your behind in and out, okay? But then you come back and you defend him, and then he got twin girls. I wonder how he's gonna act when somebody beat their behind. I wonder how he was gonna feel about that when somebody turned around and beat their behind. Okay, but Gigi, all things happen for a reason, and we've talked before, and I'm going to try to say this really fast and get off this phone before I make myself late for work. But see, I said before, I met a young man. I met the nicest young man, and I don't know how this conversation started to take place, but we were talking, and he had just gotten out of a juvenile facility, okay? And he said, I'm biracial. My mom's white, my dad's black. My mom busted her ass taking care of me. My dad's never done anything for me, ever. Nothing. But periodically he would come through and he would whoop my mother's ass. My mother, he stomped my mother. My mother took ass whooping no one else should have to take. Okay? So he came over there one day and I did him. I didn't, he's not deleted, but I did him. Okay? And I got locked up. And he was in a juvenile facility, but when he turned 18, they had to let him out. Mm-hmm. Okay? And I think it was, there was no evidence. They had to go by I guess there was no evidence like this here, and it's been years ago. It's been years ago. But things like this, that's all I'm saying. Things like this have been going on. And like I said, she was looking at her child over that man's shoulder, and he never even saw it coming. But he didn't need to see it because I guess he's seeing it now, you know.
It's probably a blessing he didn't see it. I hope because if he did see it and run towards that boy, he could have been nervous, you know. Who knows?
Right, because I thought about that too. I said, this child is only 14. He couldn't have fought him. This is a 30-something-year-old man. Okay? He'd have hurt that child. Mm-hmm. You know, and that child did what he thought was right. Get up off my mama. And that's all he saw at that time, and that's what he did. And I commend him for that. He's going to need some help. He's going to need some help. And I hope somebody will give him, you know, some counseling to deal with that, because that's a hell of a thing to have to deal with, okay? Mm-hmm. But like I said,
I would have told Jeremy, you're going to die by a 14-year-old, he wouldn't believe it.
Nope.
He's so tough. He wouldn't believe it.
Right. It is mama. But see, that's, you know what? And GG, is this the cussing channel? Can we cuss on this channel?
A little bit, not too much.
Okay, well, see, that's what we call a bitch-ass ninja. He wouldn't face no man. He would beat a woman down to the ground, but he wouldn't face no man. Okay? And that's usually how they do. They take their frustrations out on women because, you know what? They can't fight no way. That's why they're fighting women. Mm-hmm. No? But anyway, Juicy, with that, look, I'm calling you my name. Gigi, with that, I'm
okay. Love you. Call me back, girl. Call me back, Juicy.
Keep up the good work.
All right. So, you guys, we don't have any phone calls. If you guys want to call in and let us know any thoughts about this case with Jeremy, feel free to do so. I'm going to look in the comment section, and I'm going to see what you guys are saying. BT says, I'm talking about any man. In our community, nobody hardly stops the violence because people want to pow you for literally nothing. We got to do better as a people. Yeah, I think that BT, we don't see each other when we look at each other. We don't see a loved one. We don't see a brother. We don't see a sister. We don't see nothing, you know. So we do have some other callers. So let's answer some phone calls. Calling from 777. You're live on the air. 777.
Wake up, Gigi. It's
Hey.
770.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
You know I'm off.
it's okay.
770.
Okay, I just want to touch a little bit on both subjects. Lizzo, I feel like she's a beautiful woman. She just needs to build that confidence where she can deflect all this nonsense and the hate. They're going to hate. They talked about Jesus Christ, so she just got to take a note out of Beyonce's book and just not focus so much on the internet. Now, this character here, this Jeremy character, now I'm passionate about it. I text you and all that stuff. The boy supposedly, let's talk about the DL stuff. The boy supposedly outed him after I don't know if she's the baby mama or whoever, the girl whose house he burned down, was going back and forth with another girl about what she had posted about him. And so, the boy came out. I don't know why y'all going back and forth, because he didn't like women anyway. And so that's how he got thrown in the loop. But just to talk about, I wanted to call in because I'm so upset of all these men, just like the man that called. Like, until you changed his mind, he was set on what she do. Well, why didn't she do this? And why did she have to do anything but go in there and try to get her food, as she did? And just like the last caller, she summed it up on what, I took after all of the evidence really came out, and what we have to do. And I know you gossip, so we always bring the stories when they come out, but sometimes we have to take a look back and wait till we get all of the evidence, and eventually it's going to come out, because we're in the day of age where everything is posted. Everybody's going to record everything. And we always say, well, why people pull out their cameras and not help? We don't know who was actually recording. And I told you the other day, the old man, we knew he wasn't going to do anything. But it's like, if they hadn't recorded, we wouldn't have saw how did she have time to call or text or do anything? If she would have ignored him, he probably would have hit her. So I don't think she did that. I think the place being so small, the doors being open, they parked right in front of the door. He heard the commotion, and he see this man standing in front of his mama wailing his hands. Of course he's going to come in there. And that little boy is a straight A student. This woman is a businesswoman. She has tax businesses and all other types of businesses where she know the value of hard work. If you go on her Facebook, all you see is, since she's opened it up, all you see is her caring for her kids, cooking for her kids, trying to get her accolades and get her businesses and all that in order. This is not a woman who would put her son in this type of jeopardy. But her son loving his mother and seeing his mother was possibly in danger, he took it upon himself, because, he knew that they were strapped. Because, where are they from? They're in Chicago. They're in the rough neighborhood, and it's in the middle of the night. So, of course, she probably watched his mama put it in the car, put it in the glove department, wherever it was, for him to know where it was, to know, I got to walk in here protected, not just walk in here because I can't fight this man, but this is a straight A student thinking this way. So you can understand the type of environment that, maybe he did grow up in. But that does not mean that this lady and her son is a product of their environment. They just got caught up in the mix. And so we were passing judgment on these people, and it's just so unfortunate when we got a man over here burning down people's houses with apparently it may have been his baby mama house. We don't even know who this woman really was. And then on top of that, you got videos of him telling the older woman that sounded like she probably was on drugs and buying drugs from him and owed him money. And he's like, don't talk to me. You owe me $10. I'll break your legs. Like, that is the type of person that we're sitting here trying to defend. When this man had no business even speaking to this woman, he could have talked to the people, the restaurant, and said, hey, can y'all speed up what's going on? Look at this line. Not her. That's not her problem. And if it was him, he would have wanted the same respect and the same time because she's paying her money just like everybody else that was standing in line. So I say all that to say, like, we got to stop putting our women down, our people down, period, when we don't know the situation. This is an upstanding woman that was basically feeding her family. That her 14-year-old is not the only child she has. And yeah, okay, so what? She's a fucking single mother. Who cares? She is a mother who is doing what she needs to do. She's not out here on the street. She's not one of those people on social media that tell all her business and all this other stuff. She promoted good things, promoted jobs and other stuff, and her accolades to give motivation to other people who follow her. On top of this, on Father's Day, the day that this happened, this woman was out cash-apping single fathers or fathers for Father's Day just to say Happy Father's Day. That is not a hood mentality, okay? So for people to continue to put her in this category to say, well, she should have shut up and we black women don't know how to shut up and that's our problem, get the hell out of here. And I just want us we got to rally together. We got to put a stop to this. But it's not going to just start with just this one incident or 50 others. We have to stop pointing the finger at each other and lift each other up instead of being crabs in the barrel and trying to pull each other down because we feel we can cast judgment on people that we don't even know. That's all I really have to say, GG, because I know there's other callers that probably want to get in.
We appreciate. No, go ahead, take your time. You got some more?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying it just infuriates me to know that these people are, they so quick. And yeah, she should be suing them damn people because had they took the time to review the evidence before they just went out putting warrants out, they would have never arrested her. They would have known that the lying-ass girlfriend was lying to save face, and she don't know. She's making up stuff. We can tell she's a liar because she's sitting up there parading and amping on being a woman that she don't even know being physically attacked, and all she can say is, I told you. And then when she see this boy have this in his hand, she's like, wait, no, wait. Now you should have told your man to wait. That's who you should have been trying to say wait. And so I just feel like we just got to do better. We have to do better. And she never put her son in danger. Her son took it upon himself as probably even if he is the man of the house, he knew to protect his mom. And he's not the type of little boy that you see. I don't even think she's the type of woman that will allow her son to be out there because she's showing him what hard work to do. Why would he be out there like that? So, our friend that said, oh, he had a hoodie on, so, oh, yeah, he did. No, what the hell does the hoodie have to do with anything? They're in Chicago. It's at night, and if you've ever been to Windy City, they don't call it Windy City for nothing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he had on a hoodie. That didn't make it. He wasn't trying to be camouflaged. He was trying to stay warm and at the same time see what was going on with his mama. So, and for his family to be parading like, oh, my God, the sister like, oh, yeah, he didn't deserve this, and long live the Knockout King, or King Knockout, whatever the hell nickname they giving him. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Are you trying to be funny? Or you wondering why y'all trying to scram up your GoFundMe to try to bury his ass, right? Oh, okay. That they supposedly have taken down twice, which I've been looking for so I can go in there and report that shit myself because he don't deserve not one of our dollars, not one. Let all the people that's parading behind him give him some money. Let them figure out how he's gonna be buried. That's not our problem.
Do you know his mom or his dad? Where are they?
I don't know where his mama or
was
his dad is.
Was he raised by a single mom? Was he raised by a single dad?
I don't think that was an excuse for him. I think he was a product of his environment. And unfortunately, I mean, you did see pictures of his mom on his sister page or whatever the case, or when they just took a family portrait or whatever the case. But, I mean, I don't know if she's single or the father's there or not. Either way it goes, this guy is a monster. So if he can burn down allegedly, whoever this woman is, house, and to do all this, to threaten this one, to chop this woman's legs off, and to hit this woman so wholeheartedly, I don't think his mama probably condoned this shit. I'm sure she know he's a monster. I'm sure she knew her son was out here being reckless and he was a lowlife. She knew that. Did she protect him? Did she protect him and make excuses for him? We don't know. But he had to have been enabled somehow, and it started from home. He didn't learn, well, he probably did learn it in the streets, but for his mama to allow him to get caught up in the streets, I'm not putting his mama down, because at the end of the day, she can raise him the best way she can, and they turn out the way they turn out. But this doesn't seem like he was taught any morals, values, or respect for women or anything. Or I don't think he had respect for himself. And if he was living this double life, it would explain a lot why he can't even understand where his anger is coming from, where he has to take it out on a stranger. So, I mean, I feel bad for his mom, because I know no mother wants to bury a child, but your child put itself in the grave. There's no other way around it. And any reasonable woman would understand that, hey, my son did this to himself. Yes, I'm going to miss him, but damn, why did he have to go that far? Why did he have to be that angry? And part of her may be blaming herself, because it is her fault, unfortunately. And at the end of the day, maybe she couldn't help where he was raised or whatever, but she let him become a victim to the street. So, and that's what he was. That's the only type of victim that he was. And I think we all have a little bit of that, because of society has put us in that box. But it doesn't make an excuse for anything. And where he will be missed, he will also be where he belongs. So, I don't know. That's really just how I feel about it, and I don't know. I just wanted to make sure I put that out there to, because we all are the GIGI gang. So we and I see in the comments, and I just wanted people to understand where all this stuff is coming from. And yes, I did do my due diligence, because it touched me in a way that I cried for this lady. I cried for her son. I'm crying at the press conference, which I still think was too soon. But hey, who am I to judge? And when me and my friend were talking about it, she was like, well, they just got to do it while it's hot, while it is on the minds of the people who is important. And obviously, it probably won't even hit court trial. It will probably be settled out, because Chicago has enough heat on them that they don't need no more. And they know, yeah, they were wrong. They didn't have any evidence to sign a warrant. They didn't have any evidence to charge these people. And yes, they are ruining their lives, because now they have to explain this. Yeah, you can get it expunged, but now they have to explain, why were you arrested for this? And then it's being broadcast on the media, on every outlet. So where can they really hide in Chicago? Even when they go outside, if they were to move outside of Chicago, they still run a chance of someone recognizing them and wanting to say whatever, good or bad. And who wants to live like that? And they didn't ask for that. So, yeah, unfortunately, the police put their, the video out to identify them. But at the same time, they could have done that in a different way. Fortunate. And we cast the judgment. I don't know if it's because of her last name being Hood or what, because she had the scarf on her head, or what, I don't, the dreads in her hair. I don't know. We all know that it was said because the son had a hoodie on, but that didn't make these people criminal. And I mean, she did everything right. I don't think she put it in the pow in her son's hand. He got it because he knew where it was, and he knew that my mama might be in danger because where we live at. So, and I'm sure the way that man was yelling, he could hear him. I just, we got to stop blaming this woman and her son and why she had this around her son. Again, like I said the other night, he's not 5 years old, and even if he was, these our counterparts, they always teach their kids, especially if they are a pow friendly family, how to take it apart, how to use it in case of emergency, how to shoot the deer, the duck, and whatever else when they go hunting. So just to give them practice on how to, do what they need to do in case of something goes down. This ain't just because they like to go hunting. So we can't, I don't know. We're not going to sit there and use that as an excuse on why was the gun in his possession, or even for him to be able to have get a hold of. It's just ridiculous, and we got to stop that. And this black and white stuff, because if this was our counterparts, we wouldn't be talking about this. We'd be saying that the son is a hero, and he might have been standing right there with a hoodie on too, because white boys wear hoodies too, y'all. Just so you know, it's not illegal to wear a hoodie. It's not illegal to put it over your head when it's a little chilly at night. And I shouldn't be judged based off of that. And we all know that this stems from Trayvon Martin. And even the Florida nights, if you ever been to Florida, it's cold coming, that water coming out, the wind coming off that coast. So, again, we cannot judge someone based off of a hoodie. And obviously this woman is raising her kids right. He's on the fucking honor roll. And she has multiple businesses, and she's continuing to excel within herself to provide for her kids. I'm confused. So I'm going to let you go because I've been running my mouth, and I can run my mouth all night about this. So I'm going to go back into the chat, but I just want you guys, now that we have a clearer understanding on what's going on, now we can respond in a more of a realistic way. All this hypothetically speaking and all this
90
stuff,
seconds.
It's obvious that the DA didn't have enough. That's why they dropped the charges. And I don't know no city or no other entities that can trump that. Like, they're not, cities handles traffic court and stuff, misdemeanors, not unaliving someone is a state charge. It's not something that's on a city level. So that's all I wanted to say too.
All right.
I want to throw that in there.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
60 seconds.
At this time. Calling from 773. You're live on the air. 773. Hello, 773.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hi. How are you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How are you, Gigi?
I'm doing good. Talk to me.
Yeah, basically about this topic. It's great that Nicki Minaj is trying to help the young man out for college and things like that. But again, you spoke about this yesterday. All this could have been avoided. I don't know why people don't understand the fact that if you want to live longer, you got to play it straight, right? To say this, right? If you see this
10
guy, right,
seconds.
you can't beat him, right? He's overly aggressive. If you look at the video, you will actually see the guy try to hand her the food, right? You continuously stand there and allow yourself to completely just keep talking over and over and over again, correct? Now look at what it's done. You can't sleep. Your address is doxed. I don't understand why people think this is okay. They're acting like, well, he's a hero. No, you just put this young man's life in danger. Now look how everything is blowing up. That guy got family too. And if you really look at it, there's a lot of content creators that actually investigate everything. This guy was known for beating up women, talking trash. He burnt his baby mom house down. Like, really, this guy is really crazy. But at the end of the day, They're saying, oh, don't walk away. That's what's going on with a lot of women. When I was young, my mom always told me, don't yell at a grown man. You can't beat him. Always try to walk away. Look at it now. Everybody, oh, she, what's talking going to do? You know your son is in the car. You could have made it to the car. The guy wasn't just swinging. He told you to stop talking to him. You know you can't beat him. As a mother, the best bet is to try to get out of harm's way and make it to the car. We already know the 14-year-old can't fight, not a grown man like that. And you can tell he's under influence. I'm from Chicago, right? That food is not delicious, okay? That food is for like everybody that's under, who's rolling out the bed at 2 o'clock to eat that shit? Sorry, for my language. Who? Home. That food is not delicious. This is when you like have a good night at the club, you're having fun, and that's the only restaurant that's open. It is not delicious. I had it. When I was drinking, I used to go there and eat up some shit. But you know what? The line is extra long. It's a lot of people out there, and it's just for what it is. Somebody's going to try to fight because everybody's intoxicated or popping pills or whatever. Just, have someone just walk through there when it's like really busy. It's Saturday and Sunday. It could happen Saturday night and then merge into Sunday morning. So you mean to tell me a hot dog is worth all that? You holding up a line for that? Well, you could have left. And whatever happened to making a real meal? I mean, like, nobody's really looking at the real big picture. I don't care if the chat say, oh, you're wrong, you're this, you're that, this and that, or other, whatever. You're a mother at the end of the day, and this could have been avoided. You see this guy is upset, and 9 to the 10, they said that the line was long because she held it up for a hot dog or whatever was in the bag that she ordered. Who cares? If you see someone this crazy, I go through this every day. Some, guys will shoot you because you don't want to give them their number. What's the use of arguing? Sometimes, like, you remember back in the day, a guy tried to holler at you, and then you'd be like, okay, you're not interested. Or, even if you, it's like, even in the workplace will tell you, body language, the way you move, the way, it makes people upset. So you have to know how to move, especially in Chicago. We will kill you for nothing. So knowing things like that, and you have a son in the car, and you're outside at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for a hot dog, I mean, you could buy hot dogs anywhere. You could have got a pack of hot dogs at the gas station. But to continuously talk and everybody saying, oh, she don't have to shut up. Okay, really? Really? Okay. Like I tell my niece all the time, if it's a guy talking out to you, try to leave. She should have left and came back with the police. And look at the guys in the rest. They're so used to seeing this all night and every night and even the daytime, they didn't even call the police.
Yeah, the only thing I have to say about it is it's a blessing that they're here today and they're still living and they're not hurt, maybe mentally. And this monster is off the street, and I think that is what people are leaving it with. Them together as a family unit, they protected their family.
End of the day, but they're not protected. They are not. This is just getting started. Their family are docs. They can't even go home now. They need that GoFundMe to find a place to stay. And even then, by everybody knowing their last name, they're going to find their new location. It's not over at all.
So is the guy, Jeremy, are you saying that his relatives or friend is going to come after, or are you talking about the public?
That's everybody. That guy was in the streets. If you go to his Facebook and everything, like it's another content creator. She has a whole page on everything that you wouldn't even imagine about this guy. And if you see how he's acting in that restaurant, you can tell how he is. So
that he was a horrible people to everybody, and people probably was thankful that he's no longer an issue with them.
Exactly, but you know how the culture are.
He's not a good person.
We both agree on that, right? We both agree on that. I agree on that, and I agree with you when you was like, you agree with me when you said that it could have been avoided, meaning that she should have walked away. Because Completely. This is not even the end.
Yeah,
We
that
all
was an
know that
option
he
for
was a
me.
horrible
But
guy.
the thing about it is, she didn't, and she stood her ground. And he's dead, and she's alive, and she's out.
And here's the thing: now she wants to sue. So now that's going to see. It's like this with Chicago. It's so dangerous, especially when you try to sue the police. Like it's going like hell is going to like break up, man. Like it's that bad. So now the police they're going to try to bring it up and find little flaws to try to get her back in jail. On top of they're going to be against her, so you just never know. Because you have family members that do all kind of crazy shit all the time, and like this guy, nobody reported him. They was afraid of him. He burnt down this damn girl house, the same one that was in the restaurant with him. Burnt down her house. Like if you go check out this page, this guy was out of him, but he got out of everything because people are afraid of him. But you always got those people that think, oh, fuck that, that's one of the guys. You could tell he was in the gang or whatever. But the best bet it's from now to pray and like GoFundMe, because right now they're saying like they need like $10,000 for his funeral. I guess he don't have any insurance. But who cares about that? It's about the family now.
Yeah, get his gang members, so whatever he's gonna the same people that's gonna do. Yeah, get him for. But it's getting late. I appreciate you. We got another call. We're gonna let you go at this time. Calling from 305. You're live on the air. 305.
Gigi, you sound tired, girl.
Well, I can. Hey, you want this? I was trying to be relaxed now. I can't. I can't get relaxed. I can't get relaxed.
Yes,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do.
Well, I wanted to call back to talk about this dude, right? Now, I was listening in to some of the callers. First of all, they advocate for people they don't know nothing about. I'm not gonna victim shame, suspect shame, none of that, because I wasn't there. I don't know the whole story. I only seen what I seen, but what I did see was a rat that go up under that lady.
Oh,
that day.
okay.
Anyway,
Can y'all play rat phobic? I don't want to go to sleep thinking about that. I don't want to hear about it, please. Thank you.
I'm gonna pray for you. I apologize, but I just want to clarify that it was true. But yeah, I don't think that dude should have did what he did. It was wrong, but they both grown people, and both parties should have separated, because it's not that lady's fault that they messed up her order, and she wanted to get it right, because guess what? She already paid her money. The dude should have been arguing with the workers, not her, because it was their fault from the beginning. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they should be the ones being sued, if anything, if you ask me, because they started it, and they could have helped de-escalated it. And if they know a lot of stuff like that do pop off over there, they should have had some type of security over there. In the parking lot or something. But what I want to say is, you cannot pass judgment on somebody based on the incident. A lot of people kept saying, oh, and I don't know this lady from a can of paint. But people keep saying, oh, well, she was a businesswoman, she was a this, and her son was that. Okay, good for them. But that don't have nothing to do with her personality. You got people out here that are lawyers, doctors, big time stuff, and they still don't have no respect for nobody. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You get what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with class, integrity, nothing. That's just you. That's just a title that for you to make money and put money in your household. But that ain't got nothing to do with somebody being a dick or an asshole to other people. That's all I want to say. Stop saying that somebody is a good person because they got this, they got that going for themselves. Huh? So you mean to tell me a police officer ain't no good person, but guess what? He got a job too. So that make him a good person. But anyway, I'm just tired of that narrative that people keep bringing up. But I hear what they saying. I hear that they saying that the lady don't be be in trouble like that. And this dude, he off the chain. I hear that part. But it's always three sides to a story. But like I said, that son do have a right to take up for his mama, because if the shoe was on the other foot, I'm 38 years old. I'm still nobody ain't gonna hit GIGI like that, and nobody gonna hit nobody in the comment section like that, because these are all my family members, whether they calling me crazy or whatever.
So sweet.
In the comment section, you know that y'all my people. So you know it is what it is. Whether you like me or not, y'all my people. The way you feel about me, that don't stop me from loving you. I still love you.
Oh, that's beautiful. I appreciate that. Well, I'm going to take it on the bed because you're right. I am sleepy.
I know.
Appreciate you. I'm gonna make me some eggs first. I'm gonna make me some eggs. Scramble some eggs. And, I got these strawberry waffles that I want to taste. So that's
Oh yeah, they taste good. I'm making some fish.
I love waffles and I love French toast. French toast is so good to me.
Oh, I'm gonna buy you peppers. I'm gonna Cashapps you.
Oh, that's so sweet. I appreciate it. I wish I had some bacon.
No problem.
But I haven't had bacon in so long. I miss bacon.
Girl, I was trying to buy some the other day, and it's like $6 or $7. I'm like, you know what?
Wow.
I think I'm gonna be vegan right now.
I love to put bacon in my oatmeal. Like I like the peaches and cream oatmeal and the strawberries and cream oatmeal, and I like the maple oatmeal, and I love to put butter like all in my oatmeal. And I put some cinnamon in my oatmeal. Love to put cinnamon in my oatmeal. And then I love
You try carnation milk. That tastes good in oatmeal too.
Oh, I haven't tried that. Is that pet milk?
It's in a can, yeah, and it's like in a white and got red lettuce. That's good.
I haven't had pet milk in so long. I wanna taste it again. I like it.
Yes, it's good, girl. You missing that. All right, then it was nice speaking with you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll let you go right now. I know I shouldn't be eating on a full stomach, and that's so horrible. And I'm gonna do it anyway. You know. I know. I'm gonna do it anyway. We're gonna bust Gossip Girl. What are you talking about? Oat milk is good too. So pretty, much as open season, girl, and I like the same food. GIGI adds salt and Korean peppers. Yo, oatmeal with sugar. I've never thought of adding salt and Korean pepper to my oatmeal. I've never thought about that. You have never been a vegan a day in your life? I don't think so. All right, well, I'm going to get on out of here. I appreciate you guys. I just want to say thank you guys for everybody that liked this video, everybody that shared this video, everybody that called in. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, Gossip Girl XOXO. And I will see you guys on another live, which most likely it will be tomorrow, you know. All right, so I'm going to let you guys go. And I just want to say thank you guys for rocking out with me this morning. I appreciate it. And I'm out. Bye.